Hi, I'm Isla Hink. This is the Easy Allies podcast. We are joined today by special guest Sophia Harris.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
And of course, Robamiani.
Hey, how's it going?
It's good. We're doing better than Michael Huber and Gabby, who are both under the weather today. So I am taking over and hosting. Don, we got Don back there.
Oh, yes,
Woo!
I'm here as always.
Woo!
Let's
Making
go.
everything happen on the switcher whilst I'm in here. Shout
I
out.
don't know if I trust Don back there with all that Yule scum.
Oh my God, he does have a tub of Yule scum back
What
there.
I love about this year's Yule Scum deluge that we received.
Cut to yourself.
What I love about it is not only did we get the big old bin, but then they did individually.
He's got it.
Individual pack. I just opened this one up a few minutes ago. Oh, you can smell the conveyor belts in the factory. It is so yummy.
The rubber, you mean?
It is so
the
yummy.
microplastics?
What's his face from Spaceballs
Yeah.
sniffing the air? He's like the Yule scum.
We are fully loaded with Yule Scum. Every flavor of the rainbow.
Will
oh
you
my
bring
goodness.
a bag of Yule scum into Avatar, Don?
Oh my God.
It would be a nice tie-in if they could work that in somehow.
Tusen tack till Bjorner for Yule scum.
Yeah.
Thank you
Shout
very
out
much.
to Juleskum.
Jule scum. Ja, beklager.
But yes. Oh my God, it's me. Hi.
Don't look at the
I
confidence
can't look at a confidence monitor.
look at the
Oh my
confidence
God,
monitor.
too much confidence. Ooh.
Anyways, for those of you who missed it, Bloodworth has received a new full-time job. He's still here in like a spirit, like a ghost, lurking in the hallways at night. I'm going to have a conversation with him about all these 10 p.m. Slack messages that are happening. I know it's after workday for you, but it's also after workday for us. Anyway, Huber and Gabby are feeling under the weather today, so we're taking over. And big thanks to Sophia for helping with the rundown while I had another task I needed to complete. So, yeah.
You're welcome. I
We're
hope
gonna-
it's to industry standards.
I'm sure it's great. Anything that goes wrong is my fault and not her fault.
Nice.
Also, it was Blood's idea. This is the weird, like, last week when Blood was like, there's a secret guest and it's my idea. We were all like, what are you talking about? 10:30 p.m. Monday night, he's like, any word on Sophia for the podcast this week? And I was like, is that who you were talking about?
And then he just secretly discords me. I'm like,
We love you, Blood. We never know what the hell's
Sure.
going on. Anyway.
I'll be guest. Why
Yeah,
not?
so mom's gone and mommy are in charge now. So gird your loins. Welcome to hell. Friends, we're here to talk about what's new, what's news, and what we've been playing. I have a special lightning round segment of what I've been playing. Because I played like 2 hours of like 7 games. And so I'm just going to go through them and be like, it's scary, it's good, it's stressful, it's this, it's that. There's a shitload of AI, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, so this week we've got from our beloved patrons, Patreon Discord. Check out patreon.com/easyallies. Join the fun. It's a lot of fun. Blood says there were multiple conversations about this. Yeah, there were, but there weren't specific. No, it's fine. From our beautiful patrons on the Discord, we've got the top 10 racing tracks / courses. How high will Rainbow Road be, Damiani? What do you think?
I think there'll be multiple. Oh, they're probably going to count like
Are they gonna
all
group
Rainbow
them?
Roads as one, aren't they?
Oh my God, are they going to group?
Is
Dude,
that fair?
Kirby Air Riders, pretty
went in to
fun, dude.
dominate.
That game is pretty fun. I get it now. I get it.
Nice.
Air Riders Redemption.
Air Riders Redemption, dude.
I want to play.
We regret our words and deeds. We're so
Did
sorry
it need
to you.
two 45-minute directs? For
No,
that?
it needed
Needed three.
Yeah.
it needed one
It needed a
4-minute
third.
trailer in a different direct. The 245. That's 90 minutes. That is a feature film of Sakurai talking about Kirby.
Sorry.
Which, hey,
Put you
I
here
mean,
for
don't
one
complain.
second.
We're also talking a little bit about the PC gaming show. We've got an in-depth take on Marvel Cosmic Invasion from Don and Damiani. We streamed it on Tuesday, if you want to check that out. I watched. It was a 4-player session, and I was the fifth one, the fifth wheel.
The fifth
So I haven't played it yet.
element.
Outer Worlds 2, computer RAM SSD shortage. The great Damiani is going to regale us about the great RAM SSD shortage of 2025. Sophia and I are going to talk about horses a little bit. We played it. So we'll see what all the hubbub is about, if anything. I played a bit of Let It Die Inferno. I played a bit of Nightreign DLC. I played a bit of Soulframe, the new Preludes with the Founder Packs. So did Sophia. I played a bit of Metroid. I played a bit of Routine. And we watched Stranger Things Season 5, Part 1.
Isn't it part like one of 3, I guess?
Part .33333 repeating. So that's what we're going to get into today. Please be excited. First up, here we go. Main topics, the PC Gaming Show. These we're going to go pretty quick. There's like a billion games in this thing. This isn't even all of them. If we missed your favorite, we're sorry.
Surprised they did it today.
Yeah.
You'd think they do it like next week, like Game Awards week, just to capitalize.
I'm thinking maybe next week's pretty crowded, maybe.
I think it's crowded. And also like this one had a couple of devlogs and stuff, and like it feels like you need time to digest it. I think it's actually kind of a good idea to have a little space.
It's pronounced devlogs.
Oh, devlogs, sorry.
Yeah.
A couple of devlogs. But, oh my God, so we need to talk about fishing, though, because that was my favorite.
Sophia's very excited about fishing.
I think it looks weird.
It looks
and
cool and weird and cool. And I think it's Wout's company, PlayStack. That's where Wout lives.
It looks
so
quirky.
For listeners, we're looking at, like, they've got, like, the Max Payne faces, and they're fishing.
Yep.
And there's a little kid, so they're going to get banned from everything. There's fish.
This is
the
like
fish turned into money.
a little storage suitcase.
Resident Evil 4 style suitcases.
Yes.
And then suddenly the guy's in prison.
Love it.
And you're like,
I'm in.
what's happening?
I'm in. What the hell happened? Do I smell rain? He says.
It seems, and it's by the Water Museum. And I'm like, is that a company made for this game, or is that an actual water museum somewhere? Who knows?
It has an interesting graphical style. It reminds me of a 3DS, and I mean that complimentary. It has like a really weird kind of rippling 3D look to it.
Yeah, it's got dithering. It's got PS2 vibes. A mermaid.
I will say, like, there were a few standouts in this show, and like this one was definitely like one of the graphical standouts where I was like, oh, this caught my eye.
Yeah.
And the open playtest you can join. It's I don't know. The trailer barely said anything, and I love that because you need to hook me in. You see, you gotta hook me in, and then hopefully I will bite.
Oh, that was great.
But yeah. I think it looks fun and weird and quirky.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm in. Whatever.
And I love organizing a briefcase.
That I'm less excited about, but
you gotta play more Resident Evil, baby.
So scary. I like watching people play it.
Next up, we had Casper Van Dien regaling us about the new Ultimate Bug War DLC or add-on for Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Always nice to see Casper Van Dien.
Also, we streamed that game when it came out, and so we should try to stream it again.
Oh, yeah. And we met Casper Van Dien.
I was going to say you met. Oh, look at that outfit he's wearing. That outfit he's wearing right there. I have that. That's my Halloween outfit. Oh, my God. Look at that. Look at that. I've worn that for like 8 Halloweens in a row. That's an authentic Starship Trooper uniform. Oh, I didn't see that trailer. I'm so pumped.
Yeah, this game is quaint. I like it a lot.
I love how
There's
much...
also actually has the watery effect on it.
Oh, yeah. There's a bit of dithering happening, too.
I also just love that Casper is still streaming this game. And sometimes I jump into his streams, and it's just a cozy...
With his daughter, right?
No, just sometimes just him, I think.
Oh, okay. I love at the end of this trailer, the would you like to know more comes up, just like in the movies. Yeah, and I think it is canon, Damiani, to the... So I think it is Rico older, but don't quote me on that. I don't know.
Rico Perlman. Would you like to know more? They need to add that to Wikipedia.
Oh my God.
Every time you click like a link to go somewhere,
more?
it should be like, would you like to know more? They should have capitalized on that. I missed that. Sorry, it's a missed opportunity.
Next up is Sophia and Dawn Core.
Woo!
With Windrose.
Pirates!
This is a pirate survival adventure formerly called Crosswind, which actually does sound familiar.
Pirate survival adventure isn't inherently being a pirate kind of just
survival adventure. Yeah.
Listen, sometimes you're just a pirate
Just watching the grass grow.
Yeah,
not a lot of
watching. You're
adventure.
not
just bored on a desert island, sitting on.
You're
your
doing
couch.
paperwork. You know, there are those too. I'm sure.
You're singing with the Muppets.
This does look pretty though. Look at this.
Yeah, it looks cool. It looks fun. I mean, it
How many
doesn't.
games?
It doesn't take much for me. I see a pirate, and I'm like, okay.
And you enjoy a survival sim. Oh, we didn't put that on
Yeah.
here, but we've been playing a decent amount of Enshrouded lately.
I have played a lot.
She's
Of
a
Enshrouded.
shroud head. Enshrouded.
I love
Enshrouded.
Enshrouded.
It's a good one.
The environments
I
in
like
this game.
You
are
love
sick
seeing
as hell.
bongs?
Kelp Forest.
Do all these games like Black Flag for
Oh.
the ship combat? Like, is Black Flag kind of like the progenitor of that type of ship combat?
It's
If
the
the-
high
Or do you
mark.
think Sea of Thieves like refined it and everyone
If the
just copies
rumors
Sea
are
of Thieves
true,
now?
I think Black
Black
is
Flag reemergence at Game Awards? Question mark? Who knows?
Oh, it would be so good.
Eat this thing's lunch, sadly. Although this looks pretty sick.
better.
I'm
It looks
hopeful.
really nice.
Did you guys see that clip of Tim Curry being asked if he ever had like a great love, like a one that got away? And he goes, yeah, there was one. Everyone's got one. And he goes, once you go pork, you never go back. And he's talking about Miss Piggy.
Oh my god, I love
Because in
that
Pirates
movie.
or in Muppet
Treasure
Island,
Island.
they dated in the past, you know.
Oh, that's wonderful. Anyways,
Next up in the Golden Idol likes, we've got Inkblood.
which looks interesting enough. I think it had a really. It was the second one of the ones that I can remember for the art style of it all.
Yeah. So
And-
yeah, it's a cool art style. It's like a mystery,
Yeah.
solve a murder, moving
And also
around a
say-
spyglass.
Like Golden Idol like is a compliment.
Oh, yeah.
It is definitely a like
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
we
not
want
a
more of that.
critique.
Yeah.
Is that like a tattoo
A
on
map?
a person's
Yeah.
back?
That made me think of Waterworld.
Back map tattoos.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh my God, Waterworld.
Back
Oh my
map
God.
tats should come back, right?
Let's all get map
do it.
tats on our backs.
Yes.
Map tats on our backs.
Well, what map would you get?
We should all get fragments of a map that leads to
When
a
we
treasure,
have to
but you
connect
need
our backs.
you need all four of us nude and standing in the right order
In a-
to get the map correctly.
Can instead of back, can I do the like Constantine? Like
I have wrist tattoos that link together on my wrists. Did you know
do
that?
they open a dimension or call upon a being or
Yeah.
protect you from evil? Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. Well, that's
Inkblood
Inkblood.
looks cool. Samson?
Oh yeah.
I don't
that
remember
was-
this one. Did you show me this
I
one?
didn't show you that one.
Samsonite. I was way off.
It was a trailer that I know Bloodworth said could be cool.
Well, it's not in there, so we're not talking about it. Marvel's Blade first look? Question mark?
Was it the first
Wait,
one?
what?
I don't know. That's what you wrote.
But there was a Blade trailer.
Let's go in the order that Don has them in.
Okay.
That's easier for Don. What's next, Don? Throw up some B-roll and we'll
Next up,
talk about
we're
it.
going to look at
Oh, okay, Splitgate.
Here's
All
some-
right.
Here's something to talk about.
Oh, fucking A.
Oh no.
As the fate would have it.
Splitgate is back. It's being rebranded as Splitgate Arena Reloaded. Comes out December 17th.
Yeah.
And they
There's a new guy
got
talking
a
on their
new
behalf
guy
now.
to talk about it in this trailer.
No hat this time.
No hat guy anymore. No
you know, it
offensive
looks
hat
like
guy.
Splitgate. I mean, I played the first one like
I played the first Splitgate.
super little, like
And in
not
this-
enough to get an impression of it.
In
but-
this trailer, they say they took away heroes, they took away abilities, they went back to basics. It's like Unreal Tournament or Quake is what they say.
yeah.
And I'm like, hey, I liked those games. So
So yeah, I don't know if the guy is with the company anymore or not, but
who knows?
you know. Anyways, Splitgate, I guess, is back.
Yep. What's next, Don?
What's next, Don?
Unless Damiani had something to say about Splitgate.
Yeah, any thoughts on
No,
Splitgate?
Damiani didn't give a shit.
Nothing. Next up, we're going to be looking at Last Flag. This is an exciting one.
This one actually
I-
does look cute.
I didn't realize that Dan Reynolds had part in this. Dan Reynolds,
Who's Dan Reynolds?
famous of Imagine Dragons.
Lead singer of Imagine Dragons
Is the
like
chief
super
creative
creepy, sorry.
director on this.
runs this chief
and
creative director.
co-founder. And
So the art style is sort of like, yeah, it's like cartoony, kind of like Sea of Thieves meets. What was that one with the time loop in the 70s?
oh yeah, that's the one I was thinking about.
Dead
something loop. Deathloop?
Deathloop.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Deathloop.
Kind of Deathloop sort of
Or Sea of Thieves.
fashion
Yeah, it's all Sea of
vibes.
Thieves too.
But this seems really cute. The trailer is really cute. It has them laying out a plan, and it's like each character has different roles, and it's a capture the flag game. And they do like the classic heist movie thing where they lay out the plan and show you the plan going swimmingly, and then at the end of the trailer, the person who had the first part of the plan didn't do that part of the plan, so they're just like wing it, and they all just start running. It's cute. I don't know.
Yeah, some of the gameplay here, I'm very curious because to me, this style is like it all hinges on the traversal and how fun the traversal is, since that's what most of it is going to be about. Like, so I saw that one character that was doing those awesome like aerial pirouettes as they're going, so that looked super fun. But
and they've got the classic girl dressed in black who can teleport with purple smoke.
Love it.
A video game staple.
Honestly, if it ain't broke,
don't fix it.
just love to see it.
And
I think it looks
I
cute.
love colorful shadows and lines like that. So
you've got it in spades.
I think it looks cute. I think it looks like a fun time with friendos, and
friendo.
I'm excited about it. I guess, yeah.
Looks
it's fun.
cute.
Yeah, it
And
looks
it's
cute.
Imagine Dragon. This
And
explains.
you can watch
Can't mess with that.
like 8 minutes of
there's a
Dan Reynolds talking
10-minute
about.
dev diary.
There's a lot of dev diary in this showcase.
Yeah, so that explains. What were you saying? That explains why Imagine Dragons understands the gamer.
Oh,
Because the guy's a gamer.
well, it was always just like, I get that their music is gaming core, but now it comes from the core of the main guy being a gamer,
Yeah.
So it's like, it's all just, when he says, I'm waking up, I feel it in my bones, he truly does, because he games,
Only gamers have bones.
That's true, yeah. Other humans don't,
We
I
worked
hear.
out yesterday. My legs are really tired.
Yeah, you
I don't
didn't
ever
stretch.
exercise.
You didn't
I
stretch?
did stretch.
Didn't stretch enough. There he is, Dan Reynolds. Love that for him.
All right,
Anyways.
what's next, Don?
Okay, next up, we're taking a quick peek at The Relic First Guardian. Have you heard of this?
No. Did you watch this?
I mean, it's a CG trailer. It's really hard to. The thing with this showcase was like there was a lot of CG trailers that they look cool, but I'm not sure what are we
Call
gonna
me
do here?
when you got
But
a
it
game
looks
to
cute.
show.
It looks good. That like there were a couple of them. There was another one. Which name I
This
forget.
looks a little bit of
When
gameplay,
Sirens Fall
maybe.
Silent also had a really cool trailer, but I was like, I'm not sure what the game is yet, so it's like kind of early to tell. Like all in all, this felt like it was a space for the devlogs to shine, if anything. But yeah, we got some scary monsters, got some scary, and some. It's also this thing. It makes me really sad where every time I hear voiceover now, my brain goes, "Is this AI or not?" And I
Yeah.
don't think it was, but I hate that that's like the world I live in.
It's
where
like
I'm
a show. It's like every time you see a show on Netflix, you're like, was this designed for people looking at their phone?
Yeah, I have to like brace myself of like, in this, and it's just a sad thing I just took note of where I was just like, when no character was talking, I was like, oh my God, I hope that this is an actor that got paid. But anyways,
What's next, Don?
are we just going through whatever this random, whatever we got randomly lined up here?
Yep.
Okay.
We're going through them. And
Den of Wolves,
game.
friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Den of Wolves
Yeah, this
gameplay
was cool.
trailer.
You had a couple of people testing out the game, and I
From-
think it looks fun.
Some of the people behind Payday.
It looks like a game that I'm gonna have a lot of fun with, but also I will need a cooldown afterwards because I'm gonna get
You're gonna get
angry.
mad.
I'm gonna get a little mad. Listen, I think Arc Raiders really proved to me the fact that I do get a little bit of gamer rage from time to time.
Yeah, she does.
Where I need to just I just need to cool off. I need to just leave the game and just.
But this
know.
game has.
It's okay.
Go ahead, Damiani.
I was saying it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
Kratos, it's not popular anymore. Didn't you know?
Or no, Arc Raider. We haven't played it in weeks.
Oh, I haven't played it in a very
It didn't
long
make
time.
it to the second round of the Players' Choice voting of the Game Awards.
Really?
It got too, wow,
People are
that's
like,
crazy.
What?
Whoa! I didn't
Because it got
realize.
too sweaty. It ruined what it was. They need to put in some
Yeah.
kind of like, I don't know what you do. I would come back for a PvE mode, but I know that people don't exactly want to split the player base. But I'm like, yeah, split the player base. Get these sweaty freaks away from me.
I mean, that's kind of what they did with Sea of Thieves and Safer Seas, where they were
Yeah.
like, all right, if you just want to get treasure without PvP, here you go. less treasure, but still treasure. And I think, yeah.
You're my treasure.
Oh, you too. That's so sweet. That has nothing to do with Den of Wolves, though. But anyways.
Den of Wolves, friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Met him in Gamescom.
Yeah.
We have so many Den of Wolves shirts.
Yes.
I'd say
half of my sleep shirts.
One night a week, two nights a week, she's in a Den of Wolves t-shirt. So I wake up to some freakazoid in a gimp mask every morning on this shirt. I roll over and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Sweet dreams.
So thank you for that, Den of Wolves.
Yes, thank you so much. They're great shirts.
What's next, Don?
Next up, we have Last Man Sitting. This is a re-reveal now that we're going to experience.
Oh.
They did
Prepare
a
yourself.
Raw Fury.
makeover and gameplay makeover. It looks fun and weird.
Wait, rolling
This
around on
gameplay.
office chairs?
You roll around in an office chair.
Wait,
and
we
you
used to
shoot
do this.
stuff. Yeah.
In college, we would ram each other in office chairs as hard as we could
I thought.
because we're morons.
I mean,
Feels like something you do in Dead Rising.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, the office chair is a great traversal item.
I think this looks great. I think this looks fun.
This looks really funny.
They got to
am-
port this to the Switch Pro so that we can use those mice for something.
Oh yeah,
The Switch what?
Yeah.
Switch Pro.
Yeah, the Pro.
Have you
Damiani-
ever
What's
used
the name of called again?
Damian, you play. I assume you played some Metroid Prime 2, right, or Prime 4, right?
No, I haven't.
Oh my
yet.
God, holy shit.
Did it just come out today?
Last night at 9 p.m.,
Oh, okay.
which for you is like fucking 7 in the morning or something. Well, I'll talk about it by myself then. Goddamn, fuck. Later. That's later. What's next, Don? This looks cool.
Yeah, that one actually.
This is
does
the
look kinda
energy
fun.
of
That
the
looks like it has
podcast
great
now.
physics.
This is what it
I'm
is.
stressed. I'm like, am I awful? Are we doing?
No.
Okay.
This is how we react.
Okay,
This is how
okay.
you react to a
It's as if we're
to a
watching it.
PC game show that you barely like skimmed over
Okay.
because it happened an hour ago.
No one skimmed over this.
No,
Isla.
dude,
this is
fucking A.
an icon of horror now. Clive Barker's Hellraiser revival.
I am very
Excited.
hopeful for this game.
Me too.
I really hope this is good.
It looks wonderful.
I've heard good things.
Yep.
It looks crazy.
We should stream it.
We should stream it. It'll get us banned from Twitch.
No. You think?
No, probably not. Nobody
No.
cares about violence. Doug Bradley, dude,
Shout
voice
out
of
Doug
Pinhead,
Bradley.
is back.
Also, the actor that plays Vecna credits Clive
Wait,
Barker
what?
as an
Like a
inspiration.
Henry?
Oh, as an inspiration, Damian. Don't get too
okay.
excited.
No, yeah, don't get it. Just as an inspiration of their voice. And I was like, that's cool.
Oh yeah, their voices. Yeah.
They're similar voices.
Hellraiser, it does such a great job of bringing such terrible delights to our eyes. You know,
Your suffering will be legendary, even in hell. I love it. I love Hellraiser.
hot. Yeah, it'll be sick. I'm excited.
Yeah.
What's next? This bores me, Don. Next.
Coming up next, Isla, we're going to take a
Bang the gavel.
peek
Next.
at a game that's very good looking but difficult.
From the publisher of
Easy on the eyes,
Blueprints.
hard on the tongue. How do you pronounce this? This is Rivage?
Ravage, I
However
would
you
say.
want to
Rog.
pronounce
Rog.
it, Don.
Rog, yeah. Rog. Everything is silent except for the R and the G.
Well,
Raw
It is,
Fury,
though.
dude,
Yeah,
coming
another Raw
alive.
Fury again.
All right, so we've got some kind of a base here. We're in Space, probably. Ravage. K9.
A telescope to look at Earth.
this game looks very. It might be Isla Core, I think.
It might be. Is
looks
this
a
is
little-
this one of the? I think we've actually maybe seen this before. This is striking me as a Jessica game.
Loops.
Oh yeah, we've seen this. I think. Time loops. You got to have time loops in a video game.
You love
Bloodworth
a good
reporting
time
in
loop.
to say there's a Blueprints call out in this trailer.
We
Isla?
just said that
Oh,
at the beginning when they say from the studio that published Blueprints. You mean?
that was the call out?
Because that's a lame call out.
I thought you meant like a
Or is there like a
nod. I thought there was some
reference?
cryptic nod. Yeah.
I'm looking for cryptic nods.
More discreet call out. Yeah.
I didn't
Maybe there
clock a
wasn't.
cryptic
Maybe
nod.
there
I just saw
wasn't.
the
How
explicit
disappointing.
nod.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's fine.
Next up, Isla, Luna Abyss.
Luna
This one also
773 202.
looks very
Luna.
Underground
What's that?
game.
It was an ad that ran in Chicago all the time, and I was at a slam
for?
poetry festival one time,
Okay.
and the guy, he had the line before it ended in a word that rhymed with Luna. And then he just went 773, and then everyone in the audience went 202 Luna, and it was great.
Wow.
Slam poetry.
What type of business was that?
Shout out to
I think a
slam
carpet
poetry.
business.
Okay.
Okay.
Shout out to Luna. Okay, this is Luna. It looks crazy. It looks like a
Returnal-y.
Returnal
Yeah,
core.
right.
Love that
Doom.
villain there. Or
Doomturnal.
character design.
This
Yeah.
looks nuts.
This looks crazy.
Luna Abyss. Oh, okay.
Luna Abyss.
I'm traditionally bad at bullet hell games. So,
Yeah.
ooh, love her vibe.
See?
Wait, go back and show this girl in the pinstripe jail suit. Love this vibe. For listeners, we're looking at a svelte young lady in a newsboy
I
cap
hate the word svelte.
I love that word.
in a bizarre horizontal black and white striped onesie with long legs, a jumper as it were. Game looks crazy. I'm in.
Full Island.
I figured you would be in on account of the art.
Yeah.
I had a hunch.
Okay. Wait,
Now
we're not
the
to
good
this
think-
yet.
I think we
I
are-
think that's through the PC
So
game
there
show.
was a little Marvel's Blade.
Marvel's
sneak
Blade?
peek,
They also
but it
had
was
a
super short. and
Slay
it
the
was cool.
Spire 2 thing. You don't have to find these down. We'll just run through some stuff. Hello Sunshine. They had another 007 thing. Haunted Chocolatier made an appearance, which is the new one from the Stardew Valley devs. Reanimal, which maybe, some of us have played. I think Blood or Huber played it at
Huber,
Gamescom.
maybe.
Yeah. SOL Shogunate or Sol Shogunate, a samurai space opera. Grave Seasons, which I believe we played at
We did. SGF.
SGF, which was cute. New character
out.
reveal, that's
Yep.
cool.
Looks really cool. I'm in.
Let's see
And
what
then a
else
couple
here.
of
Oh,
other-
Dark Switch, John. That's the one with the tree and the fog. The tree builder.
Yeah. It's a complicated. I've tried that. There's actually a demo. I think it's still out on Steam. I played that a few weeks back. There was a demo on Steam, but I don't know if it's still up. But it's complex. The verdict is still out on that.
Okay.
It's very complex.
I
Not
think-
quite what I was expecting.
I'm super interested in that game. I think the name makes it hard for me to remember that's what that game is.
Yeah,
Like every
the
time I
name
see
doesn't-
Dark Switch, I'm like, what is that?
Right.
And then I see the game and I'm like, oh right, this looks sick.
It always makes me feel like it's a card game for some
Yeah.
reason or something like that. But yeah, very different from what it is. This like kind
Or-
of vertical sim,
Right.
With survival.
Or anytime I see Dark Switch, it makes me feel like that's something that you might call the Switch 2.
I'm gonna start calling the Switch
Dark Switch.
It's more appropriate than Switch Pro. Dark Switch.
Only a Switch deals in
absolute.
absolutes.
Absolute.
I
frame
love
rates.
that. That was great.
Yo, Metroid Prime 4K 60 was looking pretty fresh. I will say. They had some other stuff like Thick as Thieves, Halloween map reveal, Resident Evil Requiem, Streets of Fortuna, Battlestar Galactica, and When Sirens Fall Silent, which was a cool trailer according to Sophia, but didn't have any gameplay. Yeah.
It was a big showcase and a lot of stuff.
Lots of stuff.
And a couple of world premieres and a lot of devlogs, as you would say.
Vlogs.
But yeah. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of dark games now. We're in the dark gaming era. Every game is dark and
Gritty
and
reboots.
Gritty. Which
Speaking of dark and gritty, let's talk about horses.
I figured that would be a good segue.
Thanks for teaming me up, babe.
So yeah, you and I both tried out horses.
Yeah. Gave it a ride around the block.
For people that are unaware, do you want to talk about the backstory?
I feel like I've been
or-
talking too much. You go ahead.
There's a game called Horses. It got banned on Steam, or Valve refused to release it.
We talked about it last week on the podcast, if you want.
Yeah. And then, 24 hours before the game's release, they were informed about Epic joining in. And then, because of all the publicity and stuff, Humble took it down to revisit and reevaluate, and then they put it back up again.
Because they played it and realized there's nothing really to be upset about.
Yeah, and there was a lot of stories about there was a thing and then they removed a thing and that still wasn't enough. And it's, I think all in all, what this, if anything, I feel like there should be two conversations that stem out of this, because the game itself is kind of just this is a catalyst for what should be two very important conversations when it comes to games and censorships and platforms, where it's just one, it's the thing of, do we consider
They've
games...
got banned from Steam on the
Yeah.
trailer.
Yeah.
I was going to say they should probably try to use that as like an enticement now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's one thing is the like we talk about what should and shouldn't be censored and how that can become a slippery slope and cannot. And as we all probably are aware, Steam has a lot of pornographic games. And
Incredibly
they have
pornographic games.
trailers that can autoplay where you're just minding your business and suddenly it will happen. And
you've got full penetration hole shots like
just
galore.
the most obscene, vile stuff. You
Yeah.
have other like really, really bad series
I'm
of
not
games.
gonna yuck your yum. Sex games, great, sure.
But
it's disingenuous to ban this when you've got actual porn on your
Yeah, it's just
thing.
very like, what are we? And there are like certain games which subject matters also are like not even like, and that's it brings up the second part, like where it's just talking about do we still consider games just a fun toy or do we consider it a way to make art? Because
Right.
it's like looking at like after playing this game, I was like, I have seen A24 movies that were more quote repulsive than this. And
Well,
I mean,
that's
you know.
Let's briefly talk about the game itself because we did
Yes.
play it.
Yeah.
And like it is, if you don't know, it is styled to be like a silent film, right? So the game, a lot of it is you just hear like a projector. You just hear the film going through and there's no sound. And anytime someone talks, you'll see like a close up of their mouth and then it'll go to what they said.
Yeah.
And like it is mostly black and white. All the nudity is, censored.
Yeah.
The subject matter deals a lot with.
It's a very dark subject
It's it's a very intense game. It has a lot of crazy imagery in it. But I would say it's tamer than a lot of other horror games. Ironically, it carries what I took to be a very anti-fascist message. It has, it shows elements of, dehumanization, slavery, abuse, all kinds of stuff.
There are a lot of trigger warnings in the beginning.
Yeah, and it has a warning.
As well as a note saying we do not endorse the subject matters. Which is,
this game, including this stuff, is not an endorsement of it, and it says that right up top.
A critique of it, and it is about... And it's not a long game, so if you are
it's
curious,
like 2 hours, maybe.
I would suggest
$5.
buy it, try it, or watch someone else play it.
It is deliberate. It is lugubrious. Like it is, it ramps up, but it starts almost boring.
Yeah.
But I think on purpose because it is trying to, like you were saying when we were talking about it, it's trying to make the dehumanization, it's trying to normalize it. It's trying to, make it, mundane almost. And like, that's a weapon that people have historically used to try to get away with, very, very abhorrent behaviors. And so it's like, that's kind of part of the point of it is like, it makes it mundane to, like, you get used to, you start just saying like, oh, a horse got away. And it's like, no, it's a guy.
Yeah.
But as a gamer, so it's like, it does what it's trying to do.
It's definitely, I think there are a couple of themes you can get out of the game, and I don't want to spoil too much of what the context is. But I think it's very, this might not be the perfect game in any capacity, but I think I always want more games that try and bring, some sense of artistic, exploration. And so I think it's very telling that a game like this, like it feels different and weird, and for some people it would feel like very, very shocking. But again, if you look at other art forms like books or movies and television, we have talked about these subjects and these themes a lot in all kinds of different manners, for better or worse. And so it's like, why is games different than a movie?
Right. Buñuel was doing shocking shit like cutting an eye open in a close-up 100 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Which this draws a lot from that kind of era of filmmaking too, because it even has like cutaways to FMV of like watering the plants and stuff like that. So it feels very like, filmic in its languages.
Yeah, and I feel like this is like a moment in time of like, I hope that the debates coming out of this is like, platforms have the right to censor or not censor, but we all know that Steam has an issue with not removing games that are very offensive. So why this specific game, and what does that tell us? And also, is gaming, are we at a point where finally, like, can games be used for art and for political and sociological commentary?
Well, I mean, that's the funny thing about it is, like, if you look at Indiecade, which, like, I host the awards show every year with Sarah and Wale and Elise Willems, right? Like, there are several games every year in Indiecade that deal with super heavy.
Yeah.
There's one, I think, like, there are some in past years that were about, like, child abuse or things like that. And it's like, I think games are a huge and important place to deal with, like, obviously they're art, but, like, there's a way to deal with this kind of stuff. Like that Dragon Cancer or whatever that came out 100 years ago, that was about, you know, losing a family member, you know, and it's like games deal with heavy stuff all the time. And it's just, it seems, having played this one now, it's sort of like in Arrested Development when they would always go, her, you know, like my takeaway was almost just like all this hubbub over kind of nothing. Like, not to say the game is not good or whatever, but it's not, it's meant to shock and it's not meant to titillate, but it's meant to, like, shock and surprise you. But I didn't find anything in it, you know. I don't want to say it was tame by any stretch.
It definitely
but
was not
like,
tame. No,
it's not. I've seen more fucked up shit in like in 8 out of 10 horror games in the last 10 years.
And it also depends what,
because it's all censored in this too.
It also depends what you consider fucked up, right?
Right.
Like what is the that, and that's the, like, conversation about censorship.
Right.
Like, is it nudity? Is it is it a theme? Like, is it the themes, or is it just, like, is it violence? Because then, like, we have a lot of games we got to talk about. Okay, so it's not that. Like, it's just, I think if anything, it should just bring up an interesting conversation. And I'm glad that the game is still available to purchase in different areas, and I'm glad that we can still talk about it. And yeah, if anything, I think it's just, you know, I think back to, like, certain game experiences I've had, like a very memorable one for me was What Remains of Edith Finch. There's a part where you, like, work in a factory and you do this motion of cutting a fish, and you do the motion with, you know, your mouse, and you're like, and it's just like this thing of, that's the motion you would do in real life, and that's what games can do that movies and books can't do. It's put you in it, for better or worse, and sometimes that could be painful and uncomfortable, and you might, like, and that's where we have to, like, kind of draw lines, like, where is something art, where is something, you know.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just an important conversation to be had, and I hope that this turns into, like, a constructive discussion. Who knows, it's video games, but you know, games have the ability to be vessels for important conversations in all realms of, you know, society. And like you mentioned, there are so many games that can be so emotionally and beautifully impactful to a person. And, you know, it's just going to be interesting to see where things go from here, because this has begun kind of the debate on, like all the, like, porn games on Steam and all the, like, insane screenshots I've seen of people finding games with, like, the most horrible subject matter. I'm like, this is just, you're just doing exploitation. You're not saying anything or doing anything.
Right. Well,
these
like,
devs, I felt, had something to say.
Like, the fact that it's like, I mean, even if you look at the Nintendo eShop, right? I talk about this frequently, where it's like the kind of hypocrisy of Nintendo being like, we're trying to protect the children, and then there's, like, 7 AI hentai games that come out every day on the eShop, right? Yeah. And it's just like, and again, I'm, you
nothing
know,
against
nothing against sex or porn or any of that stuff, but, like, you know, I personally don't think an AI hentai game that was, like, you know, shoveled out as shovelware, I don't particularly think that has a lot of merit, and yet that's on your store and this isn't, right?
Right.
And so it's just like, it kind of raises, again, like, the payment processing stuff that happened on Itch, where they had to take down a lot of, you know, quote unquote NSFW games, which also obviously always includes LGBTQ games that are, some of which are not even M rated, you know, they're like E, but, like, they have a gay character, so it's, like, offensive to some people, right? And it just, this gets into the weeds in a whole other sticky area about, you know, no surprise, modern society, tra-la-la, but, like, you know, Steam and Epic Game Store and GOG and Humble Bundle and stuff, like, they hold the keys. Yeah. There are, like, 8 storefronts that you can buy your games from, and Steam is by far the largest.
Yeah.
And so, like, if Steam just makes a choice, and they don't even have to, like, justify it. They don't have to tell you exactly why. And they can just say, even if you fixed everything about this game and resubmitted, you can't. We're not doing it.
Do you think there could be a possibility that maybe the reaction from them towards this was because of, like, the bestiality vibes of the sexual nature of it? I have no idea, obviously, if there's no hint of any of that actually in the game, but just watching this trailer with the horse, I mean, there's a vibe.
There's fornication in the game, but it's between people of the same species. Let's say that.
Exactly. That's what I'm
entities of the same species.
But do you think that's why the sexual nature of it could be getting censored here, whereas they have all these other variety of games available? It's just that topic is.
Well, I mean, to that point, some of those sex trailers, like, there's bestiality in those.
I mean, that's the thing where like
full on.
Okay.
There was a thing in this game that they changed where there was a child, they turned into an adult, and it was like, and it wasn't even like it was. I would be spoiling the game. I don't know if I should, but
we talked about it last week. But there was a scene earlier where a character picked a horse to ride on its shoulders. You know, there's no sexual connotation, but
like
that character, like that, if you're seeing the B-roll, that character in an older version of the game was under 18, but they changed it before, even 1.0, before any of that, to be an adult because they were like, let's just avoid the thing. I mean, I think it was a stupid idea to have a kid in this game in the first place, to say that. But like, they changed it. They realized that and changed that, but it was too late. And so like, but even then, it's like, that seems like you wanted to find a reason to ban this, and so you used that as a reason.
But it's also if you're told, hey, this is the reason we're banning you, and then you remove it, why does that not change your situation?
Right.
Then so it's just kind of like this. I mean, I don't know. It's a nuanced and complicated, and like without going into spoilers, it's you can't talk about all of it. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's a very mature game that goes through some very uncomfortable and really horrific themes, and it's not a fun game to play by any means. Like that in like a ha whatever. Yeah. But it's a game that I understand why it exists. I understand why, kind of like the idea of making it. And again, I've seen art house films that are dealing with the same types of themes that are way more, graphic or intense or whatever. And it's kind of the thing of the end of the day, what justifies a ban or no ban, especially in the industry now where your game being on Steam or not on Steam can literally end your studio. Like,
I mean, this is the thing. We'll see in a few months if this company still exists.
Yeah.
Like, because they were like, we had enough money to like do post-launch support on this for a few months, and then it's over. So it's like instead of Embracer buying Santa Regione or however you say it, and then firing everyone, it's Steam bans this game and then the company goes out of business. But we'll see. Like, there's a chance it gets a cult following on GOG or whatever. But
yeah, the interesting thing about this game is I think that I don't know how much traction it would have gotten if it weren't for this. It might have just ended up being like a indie favorite amongst like a certain cult following.
Yeah,
and so it's interesting to see how this all, I don't know, transpired. And I'm curious to see what game is going to be next, because there will be a next game. What's that one going to be about? What's the situation going to be?
So in the meantime, you can download it on GOG.
Mm-hmm. Humble brought it back?
Humble, I think, brought it back. Itch has it, I think. Yeah. So download this, play that, and then throw Solo on your TV. Check that out. Have a nice evening.
Which one?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay.
All right, next up. Now for something completely different. Damiani and Don are going to talk to us about Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Oh, yeah.
Fun beat 'em up.
New beat 'em up just dropped. Yes, as you heard, Huber's not here because he's sick. So Huber did.
He loved it.
Play a lot of this as well. We put it on group stream this past Tuesday. If you missed that, so you could check that out as well. But yeah, it's another another beat 'em up that features a lot of characters from Marvel, and This was sorry. This is .emu, right?
Yeah.
Or is this .emu who did the Turtles games? So
Or they
you have
published
that
it.
high bar set there.
Yeah.
Extremely
and
familiar to the Turtles mechanically a little bit too.
Yeah,
right?
I would say like the
Revenge.
DNA is apparent right from the get go.
Yes.
And
X-Men
it's
Arcade.
a very simple game to play. So like beat 'em ups generally feel like they're pretty simple, but it's about like, do they feel like enjoyable to play? And then like if you are looking for like a little bit more challenge, do you think like they get complex enough? I think this game visually looks very amazing. I think this like art style is perfect for this. Was perfect for
beautiful,
Turtles.
yeah.
Perfect for this. It just lends itself so well. And it gave me like, it didn't quite give me X-Men Arcade vibes. I know one of you said that at one point, but like it does feel different. For sure, it feels like it's its own thing. And I really like how it is. You don't just pick a single character. You pick two characters, and you kind of have like a tag team dynamic in this game. This is big hook is that you pick two characters from the character select screen, and then in the level you can swap out on the fly. Like you pretty much can just like hard swap at any point. But they have combo attacks where you can call them out temporarily to do stuff, and then each character has their own individual basic attacks, unique attacks, like a special attack. There's like dash attacks. It doesn't get too complicated. The only thing I would say is that I kind of wish there's like maybe like one or two extra like things worked into the combat system. Like there's no grapples or anything like that. But otherwise, playing this with other people, like it's what you expect. It's just pure chaos. It's just like enemies being juggled around the screen forever. And then when there's sequences where too many enemies are running across, like it just becomes like ridiculous. And then the boss encounters, it feels great that you have so many people to help you out, because otherwise it feels like you get your like ass handed to you if you just had to fight it alone. And great soundtrack. And there's a lot to it done. Like I'm curious how you felt about like the environments, like the stages, and the ability to like you choose after like the first stage. You kind of like choose between one of or two different options for levels to progress.
I like that a lot. I mean, the stages, the environments look beautiful. They're awesome, stunning. There's tons of action going on in the background. But yeah, I really like that, being able to choose your path so that, you know, you've got just this little bit of different kind of way to try it out each time you replay through it. Because this game, that's where the most fun out of this really came for me, was like trying out the different combinations of characters, because you have a large variety of characters that really do have a nice differentiation. I think you've got all the characters that have the flying ability also, that can persistently fly if you want, stay in the air and do combat, and then there's ones that can only stay on the ground, so just doing neat little combinations of things like that I think was fun to experiment. And then, the fact that you can chart your own course each time slightly differently through the stages is a nice change of pace.
And the characters I played felt really good. I played on the group stream specifically. I played a Black Panther who's definitely like brawler melee, very fast pace. So he just it's like almost like kind of like Wolverine. I feel like the two of them are pretty similar in their play style in this game. So it was very more like grounded. I was like just juggling people left and right. But then like Cosmic Ghost Rider, not I had to remember it's Cosmic Ghost Rider. Someone will get angry if you don't put that in there. Just like with the chain, has like this like charge. Oh, every character has like a charge attack too. It's like a parry, or like Ghost Rider just like throws like his chain like a whip across the whole level, which is really cool. But it's like a special. It's just like he rides his bike across like the whole screen. But he also can like shoot a gun, so he has like a ranged attack as well. But like the flyers I saw, like those, I think if you get a little bit used to like Storm, like playing as Storm or playing as like a Nova, and getting into like the air and doing combat like that, or swinging as Spider-Man, it just feels really good to play. Like every character I was playing as felt really good. They felt really unique, and honestly, like, if you're just someone who's like to mash buttons and like see things just get like annihilated, like these games just like are perfect for that. They're just like, it's just fun. It's like juggling. Even when the enemy's dead, just like juggling them on screen and seeing like how long you can keep them up there is just fun, because it also counts like towards your combo, which is kind of nice, because there's a trophy for that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's another way, a little small way that this game kind of differentiates itself from Turtles a little bit, is the focus on the combo and keeping your combo up so high and everything. Throughout the level. And I would say the combat is similar to Turtles in that it's not like extremely expansive. I'd say you have like a little bit more variety in moves you can do, because a lot of them you have your little magic meter or whatever it is too, the blue meter on top. When that fills up, you can do a super move, but you can also do like a lot of characters do have projectiles and stuff like that, which mixes it up. But yeah, my favorite combination of characters was She-Hulk and Storm. And She-Hulk just does all these rad, heavy-duty like wrestling style moves and grapples and slams and stuff like that. She's a real ground and pound kind of dominating the floor. But then I would like to play with Storm so that when there'd be areas of aerial enemies coming in, I could swap up and fly around. And she has all kinds of spin dash, and then she has like tornado projectiles and stuff like that. And yeah, just the fun of experimenting with the characters. I mean, the thing about this game is, I think the 4-player thing, Damiani, was more about not necessarily the exact mechanics of the game, but just the like literal 4-player nature of it and playing on screen with the 4 characters kind of thing, feeling similar to X-Men. But I mean, it should be said, this game, it performs beautifully with 4 players, and it's nice to have that option. But again, kind of like highlighting what Damiani said, it's kind of just like button mashing chaos at that point. I think 2 players is the real sweet spot on this. I actually was fortunate enough where I got to play this game a bunch with like 1, 2, 3, and 4 people. And like, nice. 2 players feels great because you can really strategize with each other. You can really set up some neat combination of characters that play off of each other and stuff like that. And, a little more strategy in terms of what you're doing as opposed to just like on-screen chaos. But at the same time, it's so fun to just see it performing top notch when you just have dozens of characters on screen, like popping all over.
Yeah.
The place,
And speaking of characters, it answered in the footage. If for our listeners, there's 15 characters selectable. So someone asked how many there was. I played most of this solo outside of the group stream, and the boss encounters. It was interesting because you have to like pay more attention. I feel like you can't just so you're grouping up with like 2 or more people. You can just like gang up on them, but I had to like watch for their attacks and then go in and attack a little bit. It feels a little bit more like a true boss battle. The other cool thing I think they did with this game is that in each stage, they're like challenges. You can see them in advance, and it's like defeat 20 enemies with a Nova special attack or something like that. And each stage has 3 of those. And so it kind of encourages you to play as all the different characters if you want to unlock that. And you get those cosmic, whatever, these items you spend to unlock extras in the game, like music behind, like, that stuff that you guys were looking at.
Modifiers, palettes, color palettes.
Yeah, and I think that's like a fun way. I guess, it's not as, I wouldn't say it has anything as comprehensive as like Streets of Rage 4. Like if it's like good for what it is. I think it has arcade mode, it has a campaign mode, story mode. I think these games could always use a little bit more, like the roguelite mode in Streets of Rage 4, I'm forgetting its name right now, that we love playing.
Mr. X's Nightmare?
Thank you, Mr. X's Nightmare. Yeah. Something like that, just to throw in there.
That was added later, though, right? It was a DLC.
It was.
Yeah, so I hope they have something like that
to
add in, because it always feels like a good thing to mix in there. And
similar to Turtles,
it's
like, in some ways the games is like, it's not bare bones, but there's not like a whole lot there, but what it does so well. And then again, because of the variety in characters here, it offers a little more than Turtles, I think.
What's cool in this one is like we played through a certain set of levels in the arcade run that we did on the stream, but like 5 or 6 times we picked which level to go to. So there's still like, another 5 or 6 levels that I've never seen. Like we didn't go to the dinosaurs and stuff like that, and this game looks gorgeous. Like
these are lengthier, I would say.
Yeah.
Like Turtles as well. Turtles is more linear, but you have the different stages you have to go through. They take like 2+ hours. I think roughly for your first playthrough, and then this one, as you said, you had to go back through and do the other stages if you want to complete everything. So
I haven't. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just that's where I think they like trying to if you're looking for more things to do, that's what they're banking on, is you going back and replaying it that way.
Yeah, all those little challenges they added really help after you've made it through a few times. But yeah, it feels like, I don't know, I didn't do a stage count. It kind of feels like maybe it has the same number of levels as Turtles, but this one feels faster because they split up the stages and you choose your path. So I think in one single playthrough, I'm pretty sure you play more stages than Turtles, it felt like, in a row. But this one, you kind of can.
Yeah, I mean, we did
quicker.
We did a full playthrough in our stream, so it was a little over 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then I assume we did a full playthrough of Turtles on our stream too, but I can't remember.
Don't know if we did, but maybe.
Yeah.
There is like levels for the characters as well, but I didn't. Yeah, I didn't see if there was a way to like. Was there a way to like swap out moves or anything like that I missed, or no? There's nothing like that, right?
For swapping out moves?
Yeah, like they don't have anything like that, like enhancing moves or anything like that.
Not that I saw.
I didn't catch any of that. I'm pretty sure they don't have that in there. Maybe I did miss something.
Yeah, they've got color palettes.
Yeah, there are a lot of color palettes. That's always nice to have those options. Yeah, it's just fun. I mean, I definitely like Huber's probably like the most into it because of beat 'em ups and Marvel. But I mean, we all had a lot of fun playing it, and just honestly, just keep them coming. Like every every like 3 or 4 months, they can like drop a new one of these types of games, and it's fine. Like
the beat 'em up
they're just so
yes.
yeah, they're just so satisfying and simple to play. I mean, I don't want to call them like guilty pleasure, but they're just something like games to finish in one night, or our trademark award category. These always like just perfect for that. Always perfect for that.
This was, I will say, like, because on our stream it was a 4-player game, and the other 4 were playing it, and I was just watching, and it was even fun to watch because it's just so sumptuous. These pixel graphics are so cool, and also like. I want to shout out like the voice actors, the cast did a really good job. Like a lot of like the Wolverine likeness was really good, and Wolverine's hella short, which is always nice. Jones, Wolverine's hella short in this, but yeah, it's neat. And the Watcher, always good to see the Watcher.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, anything else on that before we talk about this RAM shortage, Damiani?
Nope.
All right, tell us about the great computer RAM and SSD shortage of 2025, Damiani.
So, too long didn't read. AI is bad.
AI bad.
Companies want infinite money. They want the infinite money glitch thanks to AI.
And they're selling things to themselves.
All the DRAM is going to AI, is being used for AI purposes right now. All the companies are buying it for that, and they do not want to focus on consumer stuff anymore. We saw hints of this with the GPU market. Already, like NVIDIA, they still make GPUs, but AI is where they make them. Like their reports are like, yeah, you guys make up like nothing. We don't care about people anymore, like regular people. Like AI is where it's at, baby. That's the future. And it's like now with like where things are going, like so many data centers need to be built, and they need everything there. They're buying all this DRAM up, and memory shortages. So like we have one of the biggest price hikes this month of RAM sticks and SSDs that we've ever seen. People are just posting like 16 gigs, 32 gigs of RAM that they bought like months ago for like anywhere from $70 to $200, like tripling to quadrupling in price right now. And on top of all that, one of the biggest consumer manufacturers, Micron, announced that they are sunsetting their Crucial brand to focus on AI shit. They're like, they call it enterprise stuff, enterprise consumer. Like, no more consumer, enterprise stuff. And they're like, we're so sorry, but thank you everybody for your support. And so they're sunsetting that. That's like 25% of the market right there is just going bye-bye. So analysts are already saying like, this is going to be bad through like 2028 or beyond. And so, it's making it unaffordable. We're already seeing that motherboard manufacturers are reporting that like they're seeing almost up to like 50% of their sales lost already because people aren't buying motherboards right now when people are usually spending a lot of money to buy new computer parts. And it's just affecting everything. So it's like, started with, COVID happened, bad. Crypto made things really bad for GPU. Now AI is making it bad for everything. With like PC gaming is in like a dire straits right now because it's getting too expensive for everyone. Like if you didn't build or buy a PC before this last week, pretty much you are screwed.
This
unless you are rich.
Really makes me concerned about the pricing of the Steam machine because it's like I truly do think that they were targeting $450-ish. I think that like is what they wanted to do, given the spec that thing was at the time that they announced it, right? Like that's the price point I buy, like I believe, right? Maybe $550. Now, like with the way things are, this thing's gonna be 800, 900,000. Like that's gonna suck.
This is bad because if you're just like, oh, boo-hoo, PC game and whoop-de-doo, I'm getting PlayStation, I'm getting an Xbox, or I'm getting a Switch.
It's gonna hit that too.
Next gen consoles, if this holds and then it starts impacting all other computer hardware parts, your PS6 and Xbox are going to be easily over $1,000. There's no way those things are going to be like under $1,000.
Because the PS5 Pro right now is like $800.
They cannot subsidize and eat those costs. It's too damn expensive. There's no way they can do that. They'll go out of business. And then the worst part is because people are buying all this up, they're like people are looking at like existing stuff. So the current consoles, whenever they sell out of the existing ones and they need to make new ones, they use that RAM. Like prices are going to go for that. Like there are already rumors that Xbox is going to get an imminent another price hike announcement after they just announced a price hike. It's like Switch 2s, they're like, there's the $449 bundle right now, $50 off the Mario Kart bundle. I think they're doing that now because I bet there's a price raise coming for Switch 2 soon. I bet they're like, we need to sell as many now. We need to make people happy because we have to raise that price. We're going to have to do it. It's going to happen to everything. So not only are the next systems going to get ridiculously expensive, current systems after their stock is gone are going to have to go up in price too. So it's not just PC gaming, it's console gaming, it's all gaming, and it's going to go beyond gaming. This is just like the immediate impact, and people are just, seeing with short-sightedness, but like, it's going to start affecting a lot of things if this doesn't get like addressed. I mean, there is some like copium on the horizon. Apparently like China is trying to like make a bunch of like RAM to make up for this, but like, it's not going to be available like immediately, but there's like some people who are saying like, oh, China's going to come and save us. They're ramping up stuff right now and like they're going to bail everyone out. But I don't know. Good luck. I have no idea about that. This is just like another testament to how like everyone who thinks like AI is good, it's like in its current state, it's ruining things. Like it's just an unmitigated disaster right now. And the only people who are saying it's good are the people who are like profiting, like, just head over heels about it. Like they're making so much money and they don't care. And it's like, yeah, of course they're going to say it's great. Of course they're going to, tell everyone like, yeah, buy into it. It's going to be fine. Like you need to buy Copilot, everybody, even though Microsoft acknowledges it's shit themselves. It's like, it's just everywhere we're turning, it's being forced to us, whether you want to use it or not, or whether you want to adopt it or not. And it's just like, this is the thing. Like, I just hope like enough gamer TM rage happens because of this, so that like that gets them finally angry enough that like, okay, that's enough. We need to like push back against this, because it seems a lot of people like just don't care about anything until like it finally something hits them and they finally care about it.
Yeah.
And it's sad that it's not like important issues. It's like, I can't buy my next PlayStation. What the hell? Now I'm gonna get angry.
It can hit your neighbor all at once, but until it hits you, people don't give a shit. Yeah.
I'm wondering if like that Ubisoft all AI game will be like, I kind of hope it will be so bad that finally like the last people I mean, what's so surprising to me, and you kind of brought this up too, Damiani, is the fact that like it's frustrating because it's always forced up on us. Like I updated my computer yesterday and Copilot was suddenly on. And I was like, I had to go all these steps to get it off because I was like, I don't want any of this. And so it's like, if you look away from like the environmental things and all the like, human parts of AI, firing people, X, Y, and Z, it's also the fact of like, it does not, like, it's not for the consumer. Like we're seeing this right now. We're not getting, like, you're going to have to pay more to get a new computer now. Like you're going to have to pay more for all your hardware. So why would you ever support this? And it's like, it's just so frustrating to me on like every single level. And it's all just forced upon us and everyone. And it's, yeah, I kind of hope that there will be like some future game show or whatever where they're like, here it is, full AI, not a single person involved, here's this game, and it's like garbage trash. And finally, and I just hope that they'll be like, yeah, because that's what it's gonna be, right? Like it's not, I don't know, it's all just very frustrating.
This is why
and it's,
go ahead.
Yeah, I've talked a lot. You go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, this is why I always say we need to frack Venus. Get
Why
methane.
Venus of all places?
Methane powered computers.
Meteor to come by, right? That we could just pull into orbit.
Get a bunch of silicate or whatever off of that.
Resources, precious minerals.
Precious bodily fluids off of Mars. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the worst part is it's like, it's they're just allocating everything to this. It's not because like all like as big as gaming got, as big as PC sales have gotten, it's like such a small fraction of what like the upper echelon of like AI is going to bring them in, like is bringing them in right now.
But
and
what's so funny about that is,
and it's like, this sucks.
Well, and can you do? It's a false like it's such a weird, like, I don't know, there are videos you can watch about it, whatever, but like, or John Oliver maybe talked about, so whatever. But like, you know, like NVIDIA is selling things to OpenAI and subsidizing those sales by buying the services from this and that. And it's like so much of the stuff going on is cyclical that it's such a bizarre business model that I'm just like, how is this? It feels like something illegal is happening. It feels like insider trading or something, where it's like they're cooking the books.
Probably.
They're selling Peter to rob Paul to then sell things back to Paul. Yeah. And it's just like, what? Like, how long can this last?
I mean,
I think, aren't they now like, there's like something where they want to like, I don't want to be quoted on this, but there was like I read like a headline about like, you know, America is trying to like, you know, make it so states are not, you know, putting laws around the use of AI and how we like control AI.
What's America? I don't know what that is.
Okay, well, United States of America, I should say.
I don't know what that is.
But anyways, I mean, it's just it all just feels like we are in this nightmare of a simulation, and it just keeps going and keeps going, and and stuff like this is also just so weird to me. So it's like, okay, but you know that like, y'all keep firing everybody, so nobody has a job. But then you want us to spend thousands of dollars on this hardware that used to be hundreds of dollars. But we're not going to buy that because you fired us. You put AI instead of us or whatever. So then, no, you're not going to make money? Like, it's just it boggles the mind.
It's like, when everyone doesn't have money, like, who's going to buy this stuff, you know?
Right.
I mean, the extreme cynic in me is, you know, are they trying to make computers? Is this also purposeful to make computers out of the reach of the average person, majority, and not just the average person, but like the majority of people, so that you have to go over to like a GeForce Now or a cloud-based version where you're just connecting to a machine, and that way they have more control over what you have access to, and also it's like selling their services. And sorry, my cat is biting at my camera cord.
I love
close up
on the cat. Let's get
they're behind the camera right now trying to bite the cord, which is really difficult because I can't get to them very easily because they're so small back there. And anyway, if that just comes to pass, it's like, you know, you want, like, only, again, very wealthy, well-off people, the only ones to be able to afford their own physical hardware, which they can do whatever they want on it because, you own it, where everyone else has to buy into, like, a service. And, like, they don't like a program on there. It's like, you don't get access to that anymore. Like, you don't have the control over it. It's not your machine. You're paying a subscription. You know, the whole ownership about games and stuff. Imagine, like, you know, things you create in your software, like your computer, like that's coming up next, probably.
Right, because if you use Gemini or Copilot or whatever to make the art, they can say, well, you don't own that art.
I don't.
That's the thing we stole everyone else's art to make.
Yeah, I mean, I don't use Microsoft Word anymore, but when I opened after updating my computer, it had like Microsoft Word, Copilot. And I was oh my God.
The Google Drive stuff with their like weird AI integration. Like, I have to say no to so many different AI things trying to worm their way into my shit, like so many times a day.
You know what's frustrating about all of this? All I wanted, if I look back at my younger self, all I wanted was some cool, transparent tech.
Plastic, yeah.
I just wanted cool, transparent, or orange tech, or purple. The purple was pretty good. I just wanted it to be cool and aesthetic, and I wanted to wear some cool headphones and have a little cool, music player in my pocket and a cool computer and play games and be happy. And here we are. Yeah. Now,
I'm going full cassettes. I'm going back to cassette tapes.
We have cassettes. We got vinyls. A cassette player. I kind of want to because, canceled Spotify, canceled all the stuff.
Cancel your Spotify.
I kind of just want to get an iPod again. I used to have the pink, and I had the little red one, the thin red one.
Hell yeah. Nano clips, dude.
I never had a nano clip. That one seems stressful to me.
I never had one either.
You can't see the title.
Some kid at school had one, and didn't have a screen, and I was just like, you just listen to whatever?
Can't do that.
Crazy.
Can't do that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
How do you put on Rage Against the Machine on purpose?
Wow.
Oh yeah, they did settle with the artist who did the art they stole for Marathon. So
for Marathon.
Yes, they did. Yeah. Which was.
Although I do like to play things on shuffle, so my wife makes a killer playlist.
I make some killer playlists.
The one we had on for Friendsgiving was incredible.
Oh my God.
One last thought, Damiani.
One last on this is that I do wonder if this will also impact developers as like their development tools get more expensive, like the machines they need to code on stuff. Does this make it harder for people to develop games? Do like we start losing more studios? Do indie devs start getting priced out of development because they can't afford the machines to make their game? Obviously, those don't, some of those games don't need a lot to get on there, but for like AAA and bigger studios, could this is it going to just add to the rising cost? And are you going to see more layoffs, more closures because of that, and pushing like the adoption of other methods? The ones we don't like, using AI to
and also
make their games.
It could build to a new kind of dark ages where, if humanity gets so dependent on these things that we forget how to do anything, and then for some reason it fails, we get hit with an EMP or something and all the computers stop working and then no one knows how to use Photoshop. What are we going to do? It'll be pandemonium.
My God. I love EMPs in movies.
Has anyone ever done a full, complete supercut of someone explaining what an EMP is in every movie?
Pulse.
Was the best? I think the most elaborate one was in
Ocean's 11.
Broken Arrow.
Oh, Broken
Arrow. This was like one of the earliest movies.
Oh, that was an early one.
But they're like explaining it, and I'm like, oh God! Like modern times, nowadays, nuclear bomb. You don't even say EMP. It's like, everything. Where's the helicopters falling down and stuff? Where's all the power shutting off? We just know it now. Back then, they're like, why did that happen? Oh my God! Explain it to me, please.
It's our only defense against the machines. That's right. That's right.
Oh, man.
All right. Woo! Fun stuff.
Fun stuff. We've got more to come, but if you've been enjoying this show so far, and I assume you probably have been. I hope so.
I would say it's going well. I think it's going well.
Is it going well?
You're doing great.
I have no notes.
You're beautiful. You don't need any notes. With a face like that, you don't need any notes. Please take a second to like and subscribe. Ring the bell on YouTube. It really helps out the channel. It helps you stay connected. And it just means a lot to us. And it gets us up in this just fucked up algorithm. YouTube really borked it. So, yeah, if you like and subscribe, you ring that bell, you share it with your friends. It's really, really meaningful. So thank you for doing that. You can also join the membership on YouTube and, of course, patreon.com/easyallies. Also, if you would like to be a sponsor of this podcast, we take sponsorships from you, the human beings, not just the soulless corporations. Though we love you too. But if you want to be a sponsor, get in touch. You can email us at info, I-N-F-O, @easyallies.com, and we will check that. Probably someone is still checking that. Blood? Somebody's still checking that email? I'm sure one of us is looking at that email, and we will get you the details. We have, frankly, criminally low rates for our ad reads.
Incredible value.
It's an incredible value. Yeah, take all the money you used to throw at Game Pass and give it to us to promote your comic book or your album or your company or your game or your shoes or whatever. Or just a friend. You could buy an ad slot to just shout out your grandma. We'll do anything. I'll say anything.
Uh-oh.
I have the right to refuse anything I want.
There you go. Anyways.
All right. Now, we're going to do... Isla played a bunch of stuff for a couple hours, and she's going to yell at you about them right now real quick.
That's my favorite segment.
It's our famous segment that we do every week here at the Easy Allies podcast.
Love that.
I don't even know if Don has B-roll for these. Let's go. Nightreign DLC happened. It's got 2 new characters, the Undertaker and the Scholar. And a new, there's a new, Shifting Earth event that is basically just a new map, which is kind of cool because $15 is kind of a steep price tag for 2 new characters and a new Shifting Earth event when you're thinking about it like that. But then you're like, oh, okay, it's basically a new map. And yeah, it's pretty cool. The new characters are interesting. The Scholar analyzes enemies and can buff or debuff, buff your teammates, debuff the enemies. And the Undertaker has she's a strength faith build, just like we all theorized would come. And she's actually really fun because she's quick and uses hammers. So I was enjoying playing as her. And then she also has this cool move where she kind of like flies up and then stabs at the enemy with like a big bone she rips out of, I assume, her own body.
Cool.
So that's pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they added some new bosses from, some old favorites. Like Artorias is in there now. Yeah, so pretty chill. Nightreign. I'll be jumping back in a little bit. And that's that. Soulframe also has come out with the Founders Packs. It is still in what they call Preludes, but that's like pre-alpha, where you either need a code from somebody else or you have to buy a Founders Pack. And what the Founders Packs are that one's official there, yeah. What the Founders Pack is you can get $30 and you can get like the Wild edition of the 3 starter packs. And Wild, WYLD, is sort of like, if you're familiar with Warframe, because it's made by the same people, it's sort of like the Prime versions, if I'm understanding correctly, of the pacts. Because in this, you don't switch out your Warframe, you switch out your arm, which is related to your pact. So if you're seeing the B-roll right now, those are the 3 pacts. There's one that's more focused on melee, one that's more magic, and one that's like a bow. I picked the bow. Our friend Jack was doing the magic one, and you were doing the
Melee.
I think that one's
Melee
called
always.
like Tefin or something, and that one's called Siren. Mine was called Siren. The bow one is Siren, and that one's called Ochre.
You don't really remember.
Here's the tea on Soulframe. I really love Soulframe. It is really cozy. It's a game about cleansing the land, like some video games are about. It's about positivity. It's about animals. It's about riding a wolf. It's about freeing little bunnies and beavers and stuff out of cages from the Ode, who are these like oil leaking weirdos. And everything is like written in poetry. Mm-hmm. And it's just a glorious, cute little game. And it is buggy as fuck right now. It is so buggy right now. It's pre-alpha. It's in Preludes, so you can't really be mad at them about it.
No.
They warn you in their poetic little way. They say like, this is a land in current shift or constantly shifting, and there will be tremors. Is like how they phrase it, but like that means like, this is a pre-alpha and things are gonna get fucked up sometimes. Yeah. We had some issues with desync.
Yeah, we did a couple of sessions, and one time you and our friend got all the achievements, and I got nothing. And then
she
the
didn't
other
get credit for the quest we did.
We redid that quest, and you didn't get credit, and it was just like a.
Well, I'd already done it, but the in that one like. Jack and I both got this like flame buff, like flame sword buff, but you didn't get it.
Got nothing.
But when we played it again, only you got it because I think it was only supposed to be one person getting it.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff where like foliage, Jack and I both had this. I don't know if you had this, but foliage would like warp with the wind. So every tree and plant looked like really stretched out.
Oh,
honestly,
I didn't have that.
It kind of looked kind of good. Don't do it. It looked like an impressionist, like a Monet painting or something in motion.
I did not get that, no.
Obviously, it's a beautiful looking game when it's functioning correctly.
I love the
vibes of this game are just so good. Chat.
Wonderful.
I've got some
vibes.
codes if you want some.
Yeah.
Hit me up on the Discord.
I love the mechanic where you play a little flute with some animals so you can get their like spirit and your weapon. It's very cute.
It is just a wonderful little game. And like wonderful, very big game. But like once, I really love Warframe and like that team and everything they're doing. And like, obviously like I know a lot of them now. They've flown me out to TennoCon a couple of times and like I've met much of the team. And so like they got a little special place in my heart, so take it with a grain of salt. But like, I don't know. I just think that it's a really special game made by a team that lets kind of weird stuff like this happen.
I mean, for me, it's like you have quadruple the amount of time in Warframe that I have.
I have a lot of time.
So I will say, like, as someone who's played a decent amount, but I haven't passed like the 40-hour threshold probably or maybe even not even 30 of Warframe. And so jumping into this, I love the vibes. I think the acting is really, I mean, all their both Warframe and this one, like I love the actors that they select for the roles. It sounds really wonderful. And the music and like, yeah, the whole animal vibes. These like, this is.
The bosses are musical numbers in this usually. Like someone is singing. There's a bear who's addicted to sap who will sing you a song. And it made me cry almost. It made me and Steve Saylor cry.
Yeah. it's really, the vibes are great. It's like, but it's right now we're experiencing kind of the unfortunate but necessary parts of early access of like, these are the kinks we need to fix. So it's kind of like, I won't judge the game.
Yeah.
But so far I'm like, I'm so excited for the like.
So if you're willing.
We fixed the bugs, we're synced, we're in.
Yeah. If you're willing to be a pilgrim into the lands of Soulframe and help them bug squash and feature improve and all that, now's your time. You can get in on the Founders Pack. There's $30 for individuals, or there's like $100 get all three and some extra stuff, kind of like big girl pack, which I did happen to purchase for myself.
Wow.
So yeah. Next up in our lightning round, trying to keep this lightning round faster.
Yeah, go faster.
Outer Worlds 2. I played it for a few hours after I was very graciously sent a code. After, I don't know if you saw that clip out that we put together. Which shout out to Gabby for cutting that together. That was pretty funny. Outer Worlds 2. It's more Outer Worlds, baby. Pretty cool so far. I got to through the kind of like intro quest, and then I'll say something fairly shocking happens, and then like into the game proper, and I'm enjoying it so far. It's whimsical. It's fun. Shout out to my friend Josh Sawyer, who works over there. He was singing the praises of the what is that perk called where your knees crack?
Oh,
the features, the like perks and I can't remember what they're called. You get like downsides when you pick
a flaw.
A flaw, yeah.
Yeah.
So like to balance out, like at the beginning in your character creation, pretty good character creator. If you can pick two perks.
Yeah.
And if you pick two perks, you have to take a flaw. And at first, the flaws are nothing too like flashy. They're just like stat based, like kind of balance out some other stuff. But you can also just take one perk and not get a flaw, which is what I did. But then as the game goes, you can pick up more perks and more flaws, and they get like pretty weird. In the trailers they showed back in the day, it was like the one with the knees that'll pop every so often when you come up from stealth.
That's incredible.
And then everyone notices you.
That's
it's so
awesome.
funny. And there's one that's like kleptomaniac, where if you're crouched in a store or in a place where you shouldn't be taking stuff, sometimes your character will just like reach out and steal something. And I'm like, that's really funny.
I love that.
So yeah, it's got some cool stuff in it.
I got to finish the first one before I jump into
Just jump into this one.
I don't know if you can.
I wasn't
Leave
confused.
a comment. Would I be able to just jump into this? I don't know. I always feel weird about jumping into a sequel without having finished. But yeah, cool. Are we still doing the
lightning round?
Lightning round?
Next up.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, no, keep going.
Next up, Let It Die Inferno. I played this for about an hour and a half. Let's say listen, I loved Let It Die, right? And I played a little, and I played a lot of Let It Die until I hit the level 26 like paywall, where the boss was so hard you basically couldn't beat it. But like that game has a special place in my heart. Played this for an hour and a half, and it has not yet really grabbed me. There's some stuff in it that I think is kind of cool. Some of the characters look kind of neat and whatever. The music in the hub world is like, Sophia came downstairs and she was like, "Oh, your favorite kind of music." It's like it's like that kind of like bubblegum punk, like emo
it's like
type
your least
music.
favorite
It makes
genre.
me want to jump off a cliff.
Yeah.
It makes me.
For some, it might be cool.
Yeah, some people love it.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's not-
I'm not here to yuck your yum.
No,
Personally,
no.
makes me want to die. But
I listen to crazy
you know,
music. I'm not
yeah.
gonna.
I used to fall asleep to Nine Inch Nails. I'm just wired backwards. It's fine. Yeah, it's cool. It's an extraction shooter. There's apparently a shit ton of AI in this.
It felt a little like
which,
that.
Yeah, I'm not super good, honestly, at spotting what is and isn't AI. I don't like the use of AI in stuff pretty generally. So it's kind of a disappointment whenever I hear about that. I like humans, and I like their works and deeds generally when it comes to art. Not generally when it comes to certain other things that people do, but whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It does feel like, and it's not made by Grasshopper Manufacture, so it's like I was trying to parse in my mind how much of it is actually a pale shade of what came before and how much of it is me just kind of like worrying that things are AI and worrying since it's not the same developers if it's like, jury's out is my, I guess, TLDR on this one. It didn't really grab me though immediately. But, I ain't again it, but I ain't yet for it. I do love the way this lady with all the tattoos looks. So there's that.
Was the AI announced, or was it one of those?
It was from Steam disclosure, but it was like voice generative AI, music generative AI, apparently some graphics generative AI. The music, I will say, was...
I would not be shocked if that was AI.
Great. Like some of the music in the levels was very repetitive.
It's just so... Can I vent for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
For me, it's just like the thing with games, even if we just used like a little bit, just a little, it just feels like, okay, so there might be a spider in this cake, but it's just one spider and you got all this cake. And so like if you just cut, maybe you'll hit the spider. I don't know.
That's a great analogy.
But like, you'd still enjoy the cake. No, I don't, because I keep thinking about the spider.
Because I know there's a big spider in the cake.
There's a spider somewhere in the cake. And it's like, and the fact that like, instead of just saying, hey, we used AI, of course they're not going to, because they know we don't like it. And so how long are we going to do this cat and dog game of just being like, nobody likes this. We would rather you hire a person to do this art or this music or whatever it is.
Well, and they say like, their kind of justification was on Blue Sky, the Japanese account posted that, they use it as a tool to support the artists that are already doing things so that they can do other things, like focus on different stuff. And I'm like,
so you're not hiring enough
maybe,
people.
But it's also like a game like this where it's like Let It Die's charm was largely, I think, in that sort of ineffable, that Grasshopper Manufacture sort of, that kind of ineffable jank where you're like, this is perfect because it's imperfect.
Yeah.
Like it's like Deadly Premonition, right? Where it's like, all the pieces come together to make this magnificent whole that doesn't work very well and is just wonderful because of it. And like, and it's just, I don't know what I'm trying to say really, but like, it feels like the kind of the heart and soul of it kind of got a little lost in the woods a little, maybe. But again, I haven't played a super huge amount of it, so please take all of this with a grain of salt. Maybe it's great and we'll find a lot to love in it. It is also really funny that it's an extraction shooter and they refer to the people who go on these things as raiders. So I think that's,
and they also have
just
an
a chance timing
amount of AI.
thing. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So similarities.
Yeah.
Next up, Routine, a game that was announced when I was at Game Trailers.
Wow.
Chad, does anyone know the year they originally...
Wasn't it 2012?
It was something in there. It had to have been after 2011. I want to say 2012. Routine was announced. Yeah, that one looks good, Don. And it was...
Announced in 2012.
Okay, announced in 2012. This game has a storied production history. It was one thing, it was another thing, it was shelved for 6 years, it changed hands, kind of, it changed creative directions and lead developers and teams and all this kind of stuff. Look into it. The story is wild behind the development of this game. But the product that did come out here is very, very tense, very deliberate sci-fi horror game where it will test your powers of observation to the max.
Yeah.
Like, I was stuck in an area and I backtracked a couple of times, and like I had missed a note on the wall that told me I could do like degauss like a fuse box to open a gate, right? And I was like, what am I supposed to do, right? And I consider myself pretty observant, and like I missed it. So yeah, you really have to look around, but it is tense, dude. Like, this game is so tense. And Blood warned me. He was like, this is probably better with a mouse and keyboard. And I think he's probably right, because I was like a fool, I was like, give it to me on the Xbox, because I like sitting on the couch and playing on my TV, right? And so you have to use the controller, and you go up to the little screens, and then the little screen gives you a mouse cursor, and you have to move the mouse cursor to open a door, right? For example, or like interface with a thing. And like, that's fine when you're not being chased by a robot. But when you're being chased by a robot, that's incredibly intense, and also just doesn't often work in time, and you just die.
Yeah.
So, and you know, and then you reload and whatever. And like, I could see that getting frustrating, like dying a lot of times over and over again. Mm-hmm. But the look and the feel of this game, and the cool little machine that you can see in the B-roll right here, you have this little like, it's got like a VHS-C sized like cassettes go into this thing, and it has a tiny little screen on it, and you can like use it for maintenance stuff. You can like hack into these projectors that are around the levels, and that's how you save, and it's also how you get your objectives and information like that. And I don't know, man, it's like a little bit BioShock, it's a little bit Dead Space, it's a little bit it's like a horror puzzle game, because you're trying to figure out
a little bit.
Alien Isolation. Yeah, good one. I don't know. This game looks and feels super cool, and if you're into like really stressful, like observation-based horror puzzle kind of stuff, Routine is going to be so up your alley. I look forward to playing more of it, but like I said, I played like, I don't know, hour or two of it, and I was really into it so far, but it made me so stressed out. I was like, I am maybe too stressed out right now to play this. But yeah, this game is neat.
Yeah.
Real cool.
I also like, it's just, it makes me both sad and happy when a game has a long like development cycle, but then when they finally like manage to release it. And it's that thing of like, no matter if I mean, this is kind of universal. When a game is made by people and with passion and love behind it, and no matter if it's good or bad, I'm just like, congrats, you made a game. Making games is really, really fucking hard. And it's like, no matter what, it's just like, good for you. You did it. You got it out there. And
well, especially in a case like this where it's like, what is that? 13 years?
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. And it's just like, I just watched a little bit of you playing it, and I was just like, the vibes seem so cool.
Immaculate
it seems
vibes, yeah.
Very scary. Maybe too scary for me because I'm a little baby. But
and it's another Raw Fury joint, baby. Publishers.
Raw Fury's on fire.
Raw Fury's publishing some good stuff lately. Hoo-wee! All right, last one in the lightning round. And we will be talking about this game, I'm sure, much more. Metroid Prime 4, Don. Once Damiani gets a chance to beat it by the time we've played the next podcast, maybe. Or wait, you like Metroid, right? Are you a Metroid head, Damiani, or no?
I enjoy it. I don't know if I'll be able to beat it before next podcast, but
I forgot it's not a Silk Song where you beat it in like 8 hours.
I did listen to a podcast that had. It's funny enough. Dan Reichert talked about it on Firescape Cast, and I listened to it, and I think he was doing the review for Giant Bomb as well, and I listened to his thoughts after completing, he said around 60 to 70%. So that's my only exposure to like the final version of the game, is hearing his thoughts, and then the previews that complained about a certain character.
Miles, yeah.
Although, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I've played, I don't know, 3 hours maybe, the beginning part. I'm in Fury Green, which is that first area that we were just seeing in the trailer, and Digital Foundry featured it in their video pretty heavily. I will say this game starts with a bang. Like, there's action sequences, there's like battles happening, there's people dying. Like, it's crazy. And yeah, there were a lot of previews that came out that were like, Miles is super annoying, Myles, Miles. And I've met Miles now, and I've had him around for 40 minutes or so. And I could see him getting grating, but maybe because I was like primed for it, haha. I was expecting the worst, And so when he got a couple of chuckles out of me, I was like, okay, Miles, go off, King. Like, okay, I'm not completely hating you, so that's cool. And I also think like something that I was worried about from those previews was that it would have taken away my favorite thing about the Metroid Prime games, which is looking around, figuring stuff out, scanning stuff, and like the exploration of things, the loneliness and the kind of like looking around stuff, right? There is a shitload of scanning in this. There's a lot of looking around. There's a lot of exploration so far. Honestly, my least favorite stuff is the combat so far. It is interesting. I started playing this game with the Pro Controller 2, right? Great controller, love it. But at the beginning of the game, it has you choose between two control schemes. You can choose between left and right stick to control movement, or change to the mouse at will, which I'll get into that in a second, or left stick only to move and change to the mouse at will, or motion controls on the right stick. So you can change between motion and mouse, or right stick and mouse. I chose right stick, obviously, because I'm not Daniel Bloodworth. Yeah, Miles hasn't bothered me as much either, Citizen Swift. But yeah, one of the cool things about this is I did actually find myself, so I did start with the Pro Controller, but then I switched because I was curious. I switched over to the Joy-Cons, and I'm on the Switch 2 version, obviously, because I can use the mouse controls, and I'm playing it in 4K 60 mode, which at the beginning of the game you choose between 4K 60 mode or 1080p 120 mode. So it's basically quality or performance, and what they do is they change the resolution instead of like changing the like LOD or whatever, which I think is a fine compromise. I picked 4K 60 because 60 is great, whatever. But I was using the Joy-Cons, and I did find myself actually like, for heavier combat moments, I would switch. You just flip your hand over, put your right Joy-Con on the couch, and start using it as a mouse. And it works pretty damn well, and it's really kind of cool to be able to just mouse, pick up your hand, use the right stick, walk around. It definitely takes some getting used to. I think the controls are a little funky in this. Definitely, if you see my gameplay, you'll see Samus kind of like wobbling sometimes. But yeah, so far I'm into it. It's beautiful. It's cool. The music and the atmospheric sound design are both really good. Yeah, again, I haven't found Miles to be super grating so far, but again, I've only had him for like 40 minutes. The story is really intriguing so far. This like race of aliens that you're introduced to in this kind of reminded me of Outer Wilds DLC a little bit, in interesting ways. I won't say more than that, but yeah, all in all, it's pretty cool. I would say that like the shooting gets a little not tedious, but like there was one boss I got to, like it's a plant boss, and I was trying to do it in a certain way and it wasn't working, and then I was like, okay, this clearly isn't the right way to do it, and thankfully I figured out how to do it right before I got annoyed. But I was just like, I could see this annoying some people if they didn't think to use the thing. I mean, it's classic Metroid. It's like, use the power you just got, dumbass. Like, I wasn't thinking, but, you know. It's a cool game. It's Metroid. What do you want? Hell yeah. And we'll see. I mean, my hope is that all these other humans just kind of die and it's just Samus on her own. Or not die, but, like, find each other and live happily in another area away from me. But yeah, I don't need talking in my Metroid games. It's actually really funny because Miles will be talking, and then he'll ask Samus something, and she'll just like look at him and then nod. And I think he even commented like, I don't know if he actually said like you're not quite a talker, or if he just kind of like looked at her. Also, the faces are kind of like, I'm not used to seeing faces, so it's like they had to make an art style choice for the faces in this, right? Because it's like obviously there were faces in Other M and stuff, blah blah blah, but like he has sort of a stylized. The human faces look kind of stylized, which was a little surprising at first. I was like, oh okay, like we've got an art style going on, which is cool, but took a second to get used to. But yeah, there are definitely portions of this game where you can tell they designed it to work for mouse a little more than controller. I would say like without the mouse stuff, some things are a little wonky. Like if you hit left L2, ZL as they call it, it'll like auto lock onto stuff. And I find myself kind of like switching between mouse aim, like free aim, and then like locking on and just like whipping between things and shooting missiles at them or whatever. It's a real weird, it's an odd duck. It's a weirdo game. And I'm wondering how people will respond to it.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm excited to hear what you think of it, Damiani. And Blood or whoever else gets to play more of it, because Nintendo thinks we're just YouTubers, so we don't get things early from Nintendo. Get us the hookup. Now that they fired Blood, because he's not the president of Nintendo anymore. All right, next up, we have the top 10 racing tracks / courses from our patron Discord. If you want to get in on this kind of stuff for next month, be sure to join Patreon. $5 and up gets you in our Discord. I would say it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's a great group of people, and they do really fun stuff like this. So this was voted on by our patrons in the exclusive Discord. The rules, as stated by Screaming Argonaut, beloved Screaming Argonaut. This month, we didn't have the biggest number of nominations and votes, but probably the most games that have ever been nominated before. Crazy. Are there any, like, weirdo rules? Sometimes they have, like, weirdo rules. All right. So, well, don't look, because now you can't guess.
Okay.
Well, you've already looked.
I didn't read. I just read that sentence that you just said over and over and over again to try to figure out what we were doing. Repeat.
Okay.
What is the best?
No weirdo rules this month. Okay. So, we're talking about top 10 tracks and courses. Racing tracks and courses.
Racing tracks. Okay.
Do we have any guesses before I run down this list?
Rainbow Road.
Rainbow Road.
Rainbow Road. And how many of them?
Number one, baby.
Anything from a cruisin' game. Did any cruisin' make it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Come on, Cruisin' Blast.
Cruisin' Blast.
We can do
I should
this.
find
Cruising World, Cruising USA.
Cruise. How do you spell cruising?
I've forgotten every single racing game in existence.
I'm not seeing cruising here.
Wave raced on.
Oh, yeah, Wave Race.
Wave
Definitely a few
race?
Wave
Is there a Wave
races,
Race in there? There
definitely.
must be.
Yep. Marine Fortress, Wave Race 64.
Ah, beloved Marine Fortress.
Got 16th done. Tied for
Did
16th.
Hey.
Mute City or Big Blue make it? From F-Zero?
That's a good one.
Mute.
What
Not
are
seeing
some?
Mute?
Is there
Firefield.
GTA in there? No, that doesn't feel.
No Big Blue either. Or I'm just searching things wrong.
Need for Speed. That one track. Need for Speed.
Are there
Need
any
for Speed? There
Crash
must be.
Need for
Team
Speed 2, Monolithic Studios.
Nice.
Crash
That's
Team
exactly the
Racing.
one I was thinking about. Racing.
Diddy Kong Racing.
Ooh.
Wow, Crash Team Racing got 3 in the top 10.
All
Wow.
Crash Team
Crazy.
Racing's gotta be
What about
there.
Sonic Crossworlds? Sonic Crossworlds must be in there. Come on.
Sonic Racing All-Stars.
Too
Yeah.
new, maybe. Too new to have
Sonic
it.
All-Star Racing got Rogue's Landing at 35.
Okay.
Oh.
That's the only Sonic Racing on the list.
What about any SSX snowboarding?
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's not.
Hell
I was
yeah.
only thinking automobile.
Oh,
Yeah,
is there any
Dom
Tony
Hanks
Hawk?
thinking outside the box.
This is opening up a
Ruthless.
lot of options.
Ruthless from SSX3 got 16th.
Tony
Nice.
Hawk.
Hell yes.
Oh, Tony Hawk's got to be on there. No.
No racing.
But what about that
It's
one
not really
favorite
racing.
of
No racing.
mine?
It's not racing. It's not really racing.
Um,
Oh, All Peak Race from SSX3 is also on there.
Nice.
What are any racing games? My brain is.
Oh, there's a lot of SSX on here.
Is
actually.
there like
SSX Tricky, Tokyo Megaplex,
is
Tokyo
Burnout?
Megaplex, yeah.
Is there a Burnout?
Burnout
on there?
Paradise, Downtown Paradise,
Okay, we got
Burnout
one.
Revenge, White Mountain.
Okay.
All right, in honor of Huber, I'll just run down all of them. There's
Yeah.
46 here.
Holy smokes.
At 46, Omniverse 2 Line Rider. At 46, also Lorne Searing from Enthusia. Thought that's it. Euthanasia. What the fuck? Enthusia Professional Racing. Also 46, Velocity 2 Portal 2 Custom Maps. That sounds cool. Maybe Velocity? Is that what we're trying to say? 40, several ties at 40. Stage 3 Burn, Midnight Club 2, Snow Mountain Sprint, Inertial Drift, Sele, Super Flu Line Rider, Inferno Isle, Beetle Adventure Racing, Cannonball Circuit, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, Bermuda Blast, Splashdown Rides Gone Wild. Tied for 35, Tsunami Twister, Fatal Racing, Rogue's Landing, Sonic All-Stars, Laguna Seca from Various, C1 Loop, Tokyo Extreme, Andy's House, Toy Story Racer, hell yeah. Tied for 30, High Speed Ring, Gran Turismo, Hella Crash, Hot Wheels Turbo Racing, yeah. Haven City, Jack X, Grand Valley Speedway, Gran Turismo Series, Canyon, PF, Trackmania. Tied for 27, Nightmare, Jet Moto 2, Maple Treeway, Mario Kart Wii, hell yeah. Coyote Cross Country Triathlon, Grand Theft Auto 5, there it is. Sidewinder Gulch, Motorstorm is 22. Miami, Hitman 2, Merry Mountain, Mario Kart 8, Joker Paradise, Batman Arkham Asylum, Expert Race, Yakuza 0. Tied for 16, Ruthless from SSX 3, Oatmeal and Overdrive from Micro Machines Racing, Nürburgring from Nordschleife, Various, Monolithic Studios, Need for Speed 2, Marine Fortress, Wave Race 64, Agaki Mountain Pass, Downhill, Initial D, and now the top 10. Tied for 9th, we have like 7 games. Airport Terminal, Split Second, Chocobo Racing, Long, Final Fantasy 7, Downtown Paradise, Burnout Paradise, Hot Air Skyway, Crash Team Racing, Tokyo Megaplex, SSX Tricky, Wario Stadium, Mario Kart 64, White Mountain, Burnout Revenge. Tied for 6th, Cortex Castle, Crash Team Racing, Firefield Cylinder Knot, F-Zero GX, Papu's Pyramid, Crash Team Racing. Tied for 4th, we have 2 games, All Peak Race, SSX 3, Mercury City Meltdown, SSX Tricky, lots of SSX. Tied for, or no, just its own for 3rd. Finally, something getting its own number. Mount Wario from Mario Kart 8. DoorDash, tied for number 1, DoorDash from Fall Guys, and number 1, Mario Kart 7's version of Rainbow Road.
So no 2?
Mario Kart 7, huh?
No 2. They're 2 tied for 1.
Wow.
I also remembered my favorite. I know all of these were great picks, but y'all didn't have any from Walt Disney World Quest Magical Racing Tour, which was my favorite Game Boy game. And you just play as Disney characters and you race around the tracks of the Walt Disney World.
I love that.
It's really bad, but as a kid, I was in.
Cruising San Francisco, or whatever it was called, that arcade game. I like that one.
Rush?
San Francisco Rush? Cruising USA? Whatever.
Rush, I think you said.
Yeah.
Good job, everybody. That was a pretty good, very good list. It's a lot. Big girl
You
list.
got to nominate things
Yeah.
on that Patreon.
I should have nominated
Discord.
Walt Disney World. It's too long of a title for a game.
What's
Anyways.
Blood's favorite Blood on the Tracks? I wonder. Next month's theme. Get in there. Patreon.com/EasyAllies. Next month's theme. Same as last year. December gets split into 2. Top 10 Easy Allies moments of 2025. Nominations open on December 3rd, yesterday, as of time recording. And top 10 games of 2025. The post will open on December 17th.
Let the bloodbath begin.
People say that. My list of games is 4 or 5 long. that
This
I
year?
liked. Of games I liked, yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I think so. The
Any
bloodbath
other?
is between people discussing it.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if someone disagrees with you, you have to fight them.
To the
A
death.
battle, yes.
Any other thoughts on racetracks? I like that tree one
Love a racetrack.
Yeah.
in
What's your favorite?
Mario Kart.
Isla?
Favorite racetrack?
Isla and Damiani, what are your favorite
I
tracks?
like autumn tree themed ones. I like the train ones in Mario Kart.
Yeah, the Toad's Turnpike also with the cars, because when you play it in the reverse mirror mode, the cars are coming at you instead of you driving with them.
Yeah.
Makes it a nightmare of a
Is that
stage.
a Mario Kart Wii? Or am I thinking of
That's Mario Kart 64, but it's been
Moonlight
ported.
Highway.
It's been redone in multiple Mario Kart games.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many good ones. All right. Also this week. This literally came in minutes before we shot, so we didn't even read the article. But Sony publishing co-op game from Bad Robot, directed by a Left 4 Dead developer. That's as much information as we have right now, but that seems interesting.
I'm excited. I always, as Left 4 Dead being one of my favorite games of all time, obviously, because it's one of the greatest games of all time, obviously. I'm always just a little scared.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it gonna? It's so easy to be like, oh, they're gonna just. I don't know. I'm scared. I hope it will be good. Please be good.
Please be good.
Please.
All right. We should probably have you and Huber, maybe, not us, do a separate video about this, Damiani. So let's not go too crazy here. This is also this week, remember. But Stranger Things Season 5 Part 1 did come out. Sophia and I thought it was terrible. And you and Huber loved it?
I enjoyed it, but I also know it's Part 1, so I'm waiting for things.
Yeah.
I hate how they do this. I don't like how it's split up so much. I just want everything at once with this, but because I think this is the problem. Like, you're missing. People are expecting a story, like a complete story in the first 4 episodes, and it's like, no, it's not. But I mean, I understand what your problems were with it too, like that go beyond that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm just
writing character.
I have an inkling of where they're going. All I will say is that I made a mistake of reading the story details about the play. There's a Stranger Things play. Apparently, you can watch a version of it now. Oh no, sorry, that was via. If you're in other countries, you can watch a version of the play on Netflix. Apparently, I don't think it's available in the U.S. So maybe I did not do that because I think it was a mistake because I think it gives you a little bit too much information about certain parts of Part 1. I was like, there's a very key scene that's clearly supposed to be a mystery going into Part 2 and beyond, and I was like, wait, that's from the play. Am I supposed to know that? I'm like, shit. I was like, I think that's supposed to be a big reveal. Fuck.
Once again, punishing theater goers.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions though. I have so many questions. That's what I want to talk about. Like, the only thing I'll say is I want to know. I am very curious about the villain, who the real villain. That's all I'll say.
I just had an idea. It's probably a bad idea. But if once the whole season is done, if we still don't like it, and if they still like it, you could do a spoiler mode where one is the upside down. So us is like, so we have the good and the bad.
We can bisect the shot by the desk and have some of us upside down.
Can you shoot 2 of them? And then just like put them on top of each other. Yeah, I know you're doing it like that, but can you like actually shoot 2 at this, and then we play them at the same time, but one like they're
that's
one's
like
upside down the other.
Shit,
they just have the audio playing over each other.
That's great.
Total nightmare. Total nightmare.
We'll have to see if Part 2 and 3.
Yeah, I mean it could,
maybe.
From my estimation, Stranger Things seasons 1 and 4 are pretty good.
Yes.
3 had its moments. 2 was bad, and the beginning of 5 is bad. But the rest of 5 could be good. Like, you never know.
We just have to see what if, and if it turns out we start liking it, and Damiani and Huber start hating it, we'll do upside down, but inside out.
Oh.
I don't know.
This to me, like, the main takeaway is, like, this felt like an hour and a half of content spread out over 6 hours. And it's like, they could have tightened it.
I had other more spoilery thoughts.
Yeah.
But I think we should just wait and see what happens. But anyways, it came out. It was a thing. Damiani, will you be going to theaters to see the big finale?
No, I don't want to be around. I want to watch it by myself.
Yeah. Hell is other people.
I don't want to deal with people like Stranger Things fans. Like,
I don't know about that. Ring in the new year with some Netflix
footage ready.
Anyways.
Jeff Keighley's at it again. This time in real life.
Yeah.
Keeley has breached containment, and he's escaped gaming events and entered real life with this gigantic monolith demon statue in the desert.
As a lot of fans were very fast to go and film it.
Yeah, and it's interesting because it has a lot of demonic figures, a lot of like charred people, but then it also has a bear. It has some snakes and alligator type stuff on it. There's several bears. So it's got all kinds of stuff going on. It looks to be a door, and it has like big tentacles. So
Wolves.
It's got people speculating. Jason Schreier confirmed / claims that it is not related to Diablo. Some people think it's God of War, but other people were like, no, it's not God of War.
Could still be Diablo.
Nobody knows what it is. I think probably by design. Jason Schreier, I think, also confirmed it wasn't Elder Scrolls related.
But again, he could also just be saying
They could be
that.
lying too. Yeah, like, I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting because it looks close enough to a lot of stuff to fuel speculation, but unique enough that who's to say.
And there was like weird, like people were making a lot of. I saw someone say like, "Oh, but it's in the Mojave Desert, but it's clearly in Joshua Tree." But I think it's near like Mojave Road.
Well, Joshua Tree, I think, is in the Mojave Desert.
But I think it's also like there's like a road next to it that's Mojave, and then like there was like a lot of like
the Mojave Desert is large.
Yeah, I guess it is. But then
I don't
there's some connection to Mojave and some game I don't remember.
Oh,
Fallout
or
yeah.
Anyway, we don't know.
I think it's God of War.
Nobody knows.
What do you think? There's a lady there.
Huber is convinced that we will not care.
Yeah.
When this is
Could it be?
revealed, he is convinced that we will be disappointed.
Well,
by
Huber
what
specifically
this is.
said he's predicting it's going to be a
Korean
mobile Korean MMO.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my chips in on something that no one. I've been asking this question since the beginning. People won't acknowledge. Could it be Tomb Raider? Could it be Tomb Raider?
It could be.
That's
Why
a
do you-
dark ass Tomb
That's a
Raider.
dark
That'd be
ass
cool.
That's
Tomb
what I'm
Raider.
saying. Tomb Raider's taking a dark turn. I'm putting my money in on Tomb Raiders. No one has said it, so I'm gonna say that.
Could it be Doom?
I think some people are speculating Saros, the like Housemark
Oh yeah.
follow up with
Maybe.
Rahul Cooley.
Is that about demon stuff though?
I don't know. That's the thing is like this could be kind of anything.
I see the snake and I think God of War.
I see the
world
snake and I
serpent.
see Anaconda. What if it's an Anaconda?
It's Paul Rudd and Jack Black come out on stage.
Someone, I mean, for sure, someone is coming out of a replica of this door on stage at Game Awards. Like, that is happening. And I would not be surprised if it's a total misdirect. Like, if it's a Fall Guy coming out of here or something.
Fortnite event.
I mean, it also, like, it does look sort of from Softy.
It does.
It could be Dark or Dusk Bloods or whatever. That seems like possible.
I kind of hope it's something lame.
Yeah.
Just because I think that'd be so fun. And all the speculation and stuff, and it's just something just very whatever-y.
It's funny with stuff like this because it's like, okay, it does have to be someone with enough money that they would do this.
This could be a movie thing, though. I think you might be. Yeah, I know you joked about Anaconda, but like I could imagine Keeley being like, "Here's the actor from this movie."
Well, I was saying during the stream because like Keeley has had Keanu Reeves on stage before.
Constantine 2.
Constantine 2.
Oh shit, you're so
if it's
right.
a movie, but like the bears kind of throw it off. I don't know.
The bear and the crocodile make me think if it's God of War, it could be set somewhere else.
Or it could be
Or Doom.
Assassin's Creed Hexa or Witcher 4. That guy looks like a Witcher kind of guy. Whatever. Speculation. We don't know. A new Doom movie.
Shout out
starring
to whoever filmed
Carl
this
Urban.
and went to
Again.
J-Tree.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Pretty cool.
I
It's a cool little publicity
Yeah, I want to
thing.
go on record as saying I love ARG shit like
Yes.
this. I love like weirdo, realistic, or real life like secrety stuff. So
We're keeping our expectations low so we don't get disappointed.
Smoking and dripping. That's crazy.
Yeah, it looks like lit up at night, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope it's a game and not a movie. But it could very well be a movie or a TV show.
I'll be shocked if it's something I care about, but because I don't care about anything. Woo!
2 Point Museum.
That'd be great.
That would be sick.
2 Point Museum's like infernal wing.
either way, it looks cool, and
I mean, I figure if
good
there
job
was,
to the marketing team who decided to do this.
I figure if there was a definitive, like, answer on here somewhere, someone would have spotted it.
Yeah.
And then kind of on a way downer note, Don, you want to talk about Nick Thorpe from Retro Gamer passed away?
Yes, I wanted to mention it, bring this up a little bit. Unfortunately, whoops. How's that? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, unfortunately, we have a major shock and sad development that happened. Nick Thorpe, who is really a great game journalist, he wrote for this publication called Retro Gamer, which is a UK publication. I think he was with them since like 2013 or something, major contributor. Huge Sega fan, huge Dreamcast fan. He was a mainstay at a lot of retro gaming conventions people knew him from. I never got to meet him personally, although I met some of his colleagues. He just had a beautiful way of writing, you know, a very like... he'd bring you in a very nostalgic way to some of these past gaming experiences he had, but without being sappy at all or fake or like, you know, overly nostalgic. He just had a very friendly, like approachable manner of writing. So I have my most recent issue, which I received here of Retro Gamer. I don't know if I'm a tiny bit behind because they ship it from the UK. So I don't know if this is the absolute current issue, but just to give you an idea real quick, since we're sort of paying respects to this wonderful person, just an idea of the kind of stuff he would do for this magazine is like he always did this back to the noughties, this like look back at the certain periods of time in gaming and like what was happening that time, what were like the talking things, different like magazines and publications of the time and what they were doing, and then media and pop culture from that time. That was like a fun column he'd always do. Just in this newest issue, he also was, he was kind of spearheading this thing, which was looking back at like other great gaming journalists. Like in this issue here, he's looking at Justin Leeper from Game Informer and stuff like that. And he would go through and just give really detailed kind of looks back at their careers in gaming and stuff like that. He did this little insert here for Wario Land, Virtual Boy Wario Land, you know, calling out one of his favorite Virtual Boy games and why he thought it was such a special and perfect kind of style of game for that platform. He'd get into discussions. Just in this one issue, he got into a discussion with some of his colleagues, other writers at the magazine. And, you know, then he had a quick little write-up here at the end, Space Invaders Extreme. So as you can see, each issue, I mean, he was a major contributor, a really just kind, generous, creative person. And then the most bizarre and just like heartbreaking but also amazing things is in this new issue, it just so happens that he featured this My Retro Life article that he wrote, which is just really powerful. But this is his personal gaming photos he happened to share this month in the magazine from his past with his family and growing up and all kinds of stuff, talking about a little bit about his personal life and stuff like that. So it's just extremely touching and ironic with the timing of it and everything like that. So just wanted to give a shout out to Nick Thorpe and all the wonderful, you know, contributions he gave. His writing reached so many people all around the world. So just a brief moment of silence, everybody, okay, for Nick Thorpe here on the program right now. We're going to do it, okay? Here it is. All right. Thank you so much for sharing in that with me, okay, everyone? And check out, you know, Retro Gamer. I'd suggest anyone that doesn't know about it, that doesn't have the issues available or anything like that, you can go online. They do have back issue, a pretty good system for ordering back issues, and you can get a good idea and sort of maybe check out some of Nick's writing, because he was involved in the publication for a long time, and he was really great. Seemed like an amazing guy. So rest in peace, my friend, and to all his friends and family, and obviously people that were really close personally with him, you know, just sending our love to you right now, and I'm sorry for the loss, and you've got a real special angel out there right now, okay? Looking down on you, so stay strong. Okay, everybody, thanks for sharing in that with us.
Thanks, Don.
Thanks, Don.
That got me emotional, Don. It is time for Love and Respect.
Love and respect.
Respect.
Love and respect.
Love and respect.
Sorry.
I was not all by myself on that.
Sorry, I zoned out for like half a second. I was like, what?
It's a soothing tune.
Yeah, I
It's
was
a
like, oh my
soothing
God.
song, yeah. All right.
Love and respect. Sorry. Anyways.
From Sekiro 505. Hello, allies. A simple question. I was wondering specifically for you guys, what is the sweet spot for a runtime? Does it depend on the genre, or is it what you prefer? For me, anything that's not an RPG, I prefer 20 to 25 hours. For example, Resident Evil 4 Remake took me around 20 hours to feel, and I feel very satisfied. For an RPG, I think 30 to 40 hours is great. Of course, I have clocked in more for other games, but that's because I'm doing activities in the games or going for special loot or armor, etc. Love and respect. Sekiro 505. So, what is your preferred runtime for a game? Does it vary by game genre?
Oh, absolutely. I would say. Because it's like certain action adventure games, if they're past 40 hours or past 50, 60 hours, I'm like,
Too long.
Like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Like, I could never finish that game because it was way, way too long, right? But I also spent over 1,000 hours in Baldur's Gate 3. So it's like,
Multiple playthroughs.
Multiple playthroughs, I will say. But, like, yeah, I think that it depends on the genre. I think that there are certain, like we're currently playing Enshrouded together with our friend Jack, and I love Enshrouded, and I could play. I imagine myself I'm going to be playing a lot of hours of that game. And it's like last time we played Valheim, easy few hundred hours into that game. But I love, when it comes to narrative games, I love 10, 20 hours, like even under 10 hours for like a narrative.
Shout out to the 6 and 8 hour
Yes,
game.
love a good short and sweet. We're telling a story. This is it. Very linear. Action adventure. I feel like 2018 God of War was perfect length, and I think that was around the 40-hour mark or something.
Maybe not that long. I think it was like 20.
Was it?
How long
30?
was God of War, chat?
I don't remember if it was like between 30 and 40 somewhere. I think I spent on it. If you like do all the stuff. And yeah, I just felt like that was like how long it was really nice. Was it 20? 33 hours-ish?
20 main story, 33 main and sides. 51 completion.
I did probably main and side. So I did 30-something hours. And that was like a nice spot for an action adventure. And yeah. But if it's an RPG, I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
it's endless.
For me, there is definitely a sweet spot for each kind of game.
Yeah.
Like, Still Wakes the Deep, right? Mm-hmm. Is like 4 or 5 hours. That's like the longest I would want a game like that to probably be.
Yeah.
And it was perfect. I loved it. Mm-hmm. Dark Pictures games, for example, like that 6-7 hour range where it's like playable as for us in a group setting for a group stream, it's a bit of a marathon, but we can finish it.
Yeah.
Like they shouldn't be longer than that. I'd be okay with them if they were 5 to 6, like whatever. Yeah. And then there are some games like Warframe or Enshrouded or Nightreign or whatever, where it's like they're infinity hours long because it's just you play it until you're sick of it. Right. And like it doesn't have an ending. And then there are games like Bloodborne where, you can beat it in 12 hours, your first playthrough, whatever, but then somehow I've got 300 hours in it on my PlayStation account, right? So it's just like, it's all over the place. But yeah, I think like a 20-hour RPG is something that the world needs, because there are definitely a lot of 100+ hour RPGs, but like Outer Worlds 2 and stuff like that is shorter. I think puzzle games are really interesting because like Talos Principle 1 and 2, I think I beat in like maybe, I don't know, under 20. I don't know for sure. But Outer Wilds, my friend is playing now for the first time, and he was talking to me about it. And like I was just thinking back through like all the little discoveries and stuff like that, and I was like, oh man, I played a lot of that game. Like that, there's a lot in there. Or Blueprints, my God, I don't know how long I spent playing that. But yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting thought process.
And also, like, if you're like, in our situations, if you're like reviewing a game or whatever, obviously, I always think
Yeah.
Just let it be a little shorter. Just
Yeah.
I want to finish it. I want to actually be done with the game before I talk about it. But it is like, yeah.
What about you, Damiani?
I would say like I'll add for platformers that like 5 to 7 hours is usually like what I hope for.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, they don't need to really go any longer than that. I feel like Astrobot wasn't too terribly long. Obviously, they can have extra stuff you do after you beat it, like come back, do challenge levels, stuff
For
like that,
real,
collect
yeah.
everything. But just playing through like the main game should take like about like 5-ish hours, I would say, for sure.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, I love a game that's quick to get credits, but then you can play as much as you want of the extra stuff, like, or more challenging stuff.
Or like Monster Hunter where it just starts.
Right. Yeah,
Credits
you
over.
Get, you
Finally.
get credits when you're done with the tutorial, basically.
Yeah, no, I think I agree with the 30 to 40 hours. Like, it's kind of like an all-encompassing, but yeah.
Don, you have a special favorite length?
No, it's similar just with genre, it depends a lot. But in general, if it's like just a regular 3D action game, something like that, yeah, anywhere from 15 to 25, 30 hours. But I do like games that you can just go on and play forever as well.
Yeah. From Larry Valentine, salutations, Easy Allies. I've got a question about games that changed your life. A few weeks ago, you were talking about games that defined you personally. I got to thinking about mine and had a story and question I wanted to get out there. I was obsessed with the first Valkyria Chronicles. And that's up your alley. And in one of my later playthroughs, I was trying to truly 100% the game. Valkyria Chronicles had a bunch of unique characters, and as you played them in the game, you unlocked more of their backstory. I was reading through one from a Lancer, and it mentioned she took her exercise very seriously. The entry noted she hadn't missed a day's workout in multiple years. My initial reaction was, "That's amazing," followed quickly by, "Why is that amazing? Anyone can do that." So I started working out every day, and I haven't missed one in over 15 years. Wow. It's fair to say this tiny bit of background info fundamentally changed my life, for the better, I hope, so that game and that entry will always be in my top 10. The question to the group is this: have any of you had a game experience that changed your life? Thanks for all you do. Love and respect. Larry Valentine. Damiani, you got one?
Yeah, I don't know about like that level.
Yeah, working out every day is impressive.
I did like the Valkyria Chronicles call out there.
Yeah.
That was I love that game. Love 4. I don't know if I'll ever get another one, but they can always bring 2 and 3. They could port those PSP games, bring them out. Let me think. I mean, the easiest one. Okay, it's not like that, but in terms of like expanding my understanding of like what video games could mean in terms of like when what was possible with them, there were like 2 big moments. Super Mario 64 3D gaming, just being able to explore 3D spaces because everything had just been 2D top down, and there was like always a good sense of exploration in some of the like older like Super Nintendo 16-bit era games, but 3D just opened up a whole new world of possibilities. And I think it's hard for people who did not grow up on pre-3D video games to fully comprehend that. Like, you can obviously understand the concept, but like living it and experiencing it is a different thing. And so just being blown away by like the concept of exploring 3D environments, like, oh my God, like this is insane. Like, like so many things, just like, stoke the imagination. And then, and that was again, that's Super Mario 64, and that was just like for like the gameplay and the design, and then for what games could be in terms of, these aren't just video games. Don't have to just be video games. They can do some crazy shit. Was like Metal Gear Solid. Like, wait, there's voice acting. They're trying to tell a story. They're doing all these really crazy gimmicks in here. I'm like, you're using the controller to massage you don't have to do it, but like if you have a vibrate, it detects you, or you have the controller that can vibrate, so put it on your shoulder after you did this hard sequence with a heavy button mash. I'm like, oh, what the hell? Or reading your memory cards. It's like, this is like, what the, like, this is cool. Like those 2, I think that era, the whole PlayStation 1 and 64 era of seeing that level of creativity and developers trying to like really figure out what they could do with games. But as someone playing those games for the first time, it was like, oh, like at that point it was like games are gonna be so awesome and shit. And like now there's still those moments for me. There's fewer and farther in between. But like we get more like every year Call of Duty, every year Assassin's Creed, every year like that's like things are kind of homogenized. I feel like in terms of mainstream. Back then it felt like even the mainstream was like doing crazy shit too.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Dawn, Sophia, you got one?
I definitely, I don't know if anything has changed like my life in a way, but I think similar to Damiani, like playing Journey for the first time was definitely a change for me. I was actually told to play it. It was one of my first days working at Game Reactor in Norway, like in 2013 or something. And at the time, most of what I played was like, the shooters, whatever, and they were like, we want you to play this game because you got to learn what this is. Also, like, this is also a game. And that was like a kind of eye-opening thing for me because I hadn't had that much exposure to indie games. It was mostly like shooters and like The Sims, and that was like the games I played. And so that was very much, and I think like emotionally too, when I've played Journey since on my own, it's like this lovely meditation to me, and it's a game that's very near and dear, not just like career-wise, but just like as a person. And I think also like there are like in Baldur's Gate, especially Baldur's Gate 3, there's a lot of storylines and stuff that I think is really meaningful and impactful, and that I've found very just beautifully written and used in the story, and and so I mean I think like there are a lot of games here and there. Edith Finch too. I think there are certain like things about it that just really hit home, and I felt really like emotionally moved by. I don't know if there's like a game that's changed my day to day. I wish a game got me working out every day.
Yeah, certainly.
I mean, I did play Beat Saber out of spite, I guess. But that was, don't you remember? A friend of ours, I had just started playing Beat Saber, and I was really proud because after my first session, I'd gotten one song and I played it hard and I beat it, and I was like, yes. And I went to one of our dear friends and I was like, yeah, I just started playing Beat Saber. I got it hard, and he was like, oh, you're not playing on like the hardest difficulty yet? Expert Plus? And I was like, wee! It was like the Kill Bill, like sirens went on, and I knew we were going to have like a friendly tournament in a few months, and I was like, I'm ready. And so I played it for 3 hours every single day.
And then you threw your back out.
And then I threw my back up, but I did win that tournament, so it was fine. But yeah, I don't know what that says about me. Probably something really bad about being competitive or a Capricorn or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
You're motivated by spite, and revenge.
Anyways, Journey is a wonderful game that everyone should play. It truly is a magnificent game, and it's wonderful. Anyways,
Don, you got any?
I don't have anything for this right now.
Okay, mine's not as specific as I can't think of one to call to like. Yeah, like working out every day. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. But gaming with my dad in the early days of computer games definitely like put that dog in me. Of liking games in the first place. Myst, Seventh Guest, Gearheads, which is a game nobody's ever heard of, where you like send toys across the board at each other. We would play that a lot. Gopher, I think, is the first video game I ever played, where there's like a farmer and a gopher. It was like a IBM Apple IIe style, whatever, that era of computers style game. If anyone could find that would be crazy. Zork Nemesis, all these old games like really put that kind of vibe in my head. I mean, like the Seventh Guest definitely had a direct impact on me because it's like several of my music videos that I put out were like directly inspired by FMV style games and stuff like that. PS1 era graphics, that kind of stuff.
I would say FromSoft probably changed you.
Yeah, I mean, Dark Souls changed. More recently, Dark Souls changed my perception of games on the whole. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, because like I had loved Morrowind and Oblivion and all that kind of stuff, and then I played Dark Souls, and then Skyrim suddenly just like it was like what is that? Was it like a vampire story or some kind of story where like they put food in their mouth, but it just turns to ash,
Oh.
And like Dark Souls did that to almost every game to me, where it was like once I've glimpsed perfection, you know, like once I've glimpsed something that's like so up my alley, like it really changed everything. Yeah. I mean, I've got like Bloodborne changed my life. I've got tattoos of Bloodborne. They're my only tattoos, you know, so that definitely changed my life. But yeah, that definitely changed my perception of gaming, where it was just like, oh, there's FromSoft and then there's everything else, kind of. You know, it's less defined like that now, but for a little minute, Dark Souls made me feel that way.
It's a safe space. You can say that if you want to.
Yeah? No, I mean, I don't know if that's true. Well, because like for me, it's like when it comes to action games like that, I think FromSoft is what I'm interested in, and other stuff just doesn't usually touch it. Neo, I really liked. Neo 1 and 2. Yeah. But yeah, like most games, I just play them, and I'm just like, yeah, okay. Except puzzle games like Outer Wilds, one of the few games that's ever made me cry. Like that one for happiness, kind of.
Oh, I will say another game. Unless you were...
I'm done.
I just wanted to say, like, Animal Crossing during COVID lockdown was a lifesaver, I feel like. Like, it literally... And shout out to a bunch of people in the community who I played Animal Crossing with. It was just such a escape from just being alone and miserable. And and I think of Pokemon Go as well, of like getting everyone out on the streets looking for Pokemon. Like there's a lot
That's a really good one. That's
especially when we needed it at that period of time too.
I remember that year I got so mad that didn't win a game award for like Games for Impact or something.
That was
pre-COVID. Yeah. I remember it got nominated. I'm like, or it was Games for Impact or whatever. I'm like, look at this game. It's changed how everyone. I didn't play mobile games until this game came out, and it was like, anyways.
Everybody was playing it. That
literally everyone.
It changed the world for a little bit. It felt like.
I remember I was on vacation, and I was just like, we were at Santa Monica Pier, and we were just hunting as normally, and this guy runs up, and he's like, right, you're at the end, and everyone just sprints, and all these like weird tourists were so confused and like scared as this I don't know how dozens of people just sprinted down to the edge of this to get the ride chair, and it was so funny.
I remember back when a friend used to live up in Burbank, we were wandering the streets of Burbank, and it was like gang warfare. It was like West Side Story across the street, like yelling at someone because they were in
What are you?
Yeah, they were in the yellow one whose name I don't remember.
Which one were you? I thought you were yellow.
I was in Mysterium or whatever.
So the blue one?
Yeah.
I was the blue one too.
The purple one, whatever. The good one. The only good one.
Blue, yellow, and red. Yeah. I think they were all good.
They're all the same. It doesn't. It's like a horoscope. It does not matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Games. Video games. All right. Next one. Everybody done on that one? Cool. Yeah. From Brandon K. Gann. Hello, everyone. Over the course of Thanksgiving week, I finally finished my time with Final Fantasy Tactics: The Evil East Chronicles. Great game. I beat it. I loved it. Fucking loved it. Though I had some extra time on hand and couldn't really decide on what to play next as I await Octopath Traveler 0, which release day is the day of this podcast recording. Yeah, it came out right now. So after bouncing around, doing small tasks here and there across multiple games, I unexpectedly spent a large chunk of time in a game I'm not too fond of doing post-game cleanup, the PS4 version of Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. And even though I'm not all that into this specific Kingdom Hearts game, I'm surprised at myself for how much it sucked me in. Thus, my question, have you ever returned to a game you initially didn't enjoy, only to realize much later you've poured even more hours into it than you intended upon your revisit? Thanks for taking this question. If you do, stay easy, fellow allies. So, have you ever returned to a game that you didn't like at first, but liked it the second time?
Yes.
Yes?
Animal Crossing.
Oh.
On record, on the Easy Allies, some Easy Allies stream we did, a long time ago, I was like, Animal Crossing is for kids. I think it looks stupid.
Yeah.
And I proved myself wrong.
You knew what you said.
So wrong. And I think, because I remember the first few times I played it, the only furniture I got was toilets. So I had an island of like 3 toilets and like nothing. And I was like, this game sucks. This is the thing that's going to save us all from this like sitting alone in quarantine. No way. And then at some point in time, some like thing hit and I kept playing and I have 900 and something hours in it, and probably it's going to be thousands because of the new stuff that's coming out next year.
Re-release.
So it's not as completely the same, but because I didn't like abandon it, but I was very close to being like, and I hadn't even, I think you bought it for me as a gift because I was like, I don't want to play this. And
I remember I kind of forcibly, I was like, we're buying this for you.
Yeah, you have to
like,
play.
There's nothing else to do.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the one. So even though it wasn't a lot, I think if we weren't in a pandemic, a quarantine as we were, that would have been a game I probably would have taken a break from. But obviously we had nothing to do. So I was just like, well, might as well power through it. And I think that's the first one that comes to mind for me.
I'm still trying to think of the answer to this question, but like for me, Valheim is like kind of the opposite of this, where it's like, I love it, but I can't play it anymore because every time I jump in, I just think about quarantine and like how much we played it during COVID, and I'm like, it just teleports me back, but not in a good way, kind of, which is not the game's fault.
No,
because I like that game a lot, but yeah, it's just an interesting phenomenon.
And we did have a LAN party recently where a lot of people abandoned ship, but some of us stayed and played for like hundreds of hours more. I got sucked back in, and I couldn't say that was my response because it's like,
I remember to breathe. I keep yawning.
I always like, you tired?
No, I just don't breathe.
You're not allowed to be tired on a podcast. You know that. And
then I yawn. What about you, Damiani? You got
one? Not in the way that they were probably intending it, but originally I remember I refunded Sekiro.
Oh yeah.
I got like fed up with it. I was like, and then you guys pointed out the Makiri counter, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And just looked up where to get it, and then after that point, I was like, let's go. It should have been mandatory to get this. Like now the game begins. Yeah. Now I can play this game. I was like, Makiri counter.
That's crazy. You just reminded me. I did the same thing with the second. Was it Jedi Survivor? Was that the second one?
Yeah.
Because I got it first on PC and it ran awfully, and so I just got my money back and I thought, oh, this is just an awful game. But then I kept seeing people play it on Xbox and I'm like, but they're doing. And so I ended up buying it and it was wonderful and I loved those games, and so it just didn't run on PC well at the time.
Refund runbacks, you two. Don, you have one of these?
No, not that I come across right now.
Yeah, usually I'm quick to judge, and I'm usually right,
Wow.
No, I'm sure this has happened. I just can't remember. But like, yeah, so often I will play a game, and if it doesn't grab me, half the time, even if it does, I'll have moved on to something else for work, and I just like forget to go back.
Look at all the games you play this week. You played so many.
I'll never play any of them again.
Which one are you going to play on? You got to jump back to one or two.
I'll probably keep playing Metroid.
I think you'll jump back into routine as well.
Maybe. It was really stressful.
Yeah, but
I liked it, but it was really stressful. Awesome. Oh, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I want to go back to it. And that one is so weird because I didn't dislike it. I just at one point stopped playing it, and then 6 months later realized I had stopped playing it, and I was like, shit. It was like season 3 of Fargo, where it's like I really liked that show, and when that season came out, I watched a couple episodes, and I was like, oh, this is cool, and then I just forgot to keep watching it. This happens to me with Only Murders in the Building lately, where it's like, and it's kind of a fun surprise because it's like, oh, right, there's still a season going, and then I've got 4 episodes I can watch, like I haven't finished this season.
Sometimes you just forget about the Iron Fleet.
Sometimes Danny forgets about the Iron Fleet.
Sometimes you forget about your shows.
Yeah.
I forgot about Hannibal season 5. I still have not seen Hannibal season 4, the last Hannibal season.
Yeah, I don't think there's 5.
Either way, I haven't.
Could be.
And it's like not intentional. I just like was in the middle of it, and then I forgot which episode I was at, and now I know I have to watch the whole thing. I know.
Don, was that you or was that someone on the street crying out?
Probably.
What? Both? I just heard someone go, oh!
Oh, yeah, that was the street.
Oh, okay.
Chaos.
There's a Don Pullganger out on the street yelling out. Patreon, bitch. By the way, before we get to this week's bets, Easy Allies patrons are getting 2, count 'em, 2 bonus love and respect questions. I can tease one of them. You know what they are. She doesn't remember.
I'm focused on where We're going to talk about
Dispatch.
safe games.
Great. They're going to be hot
They're
fire.
about how to open a safe. No.
Now
That's
I'm
the
intrigued.
tease. No,
So-
they're good questions. I don't know how to tease them without saying. Okay, never
You
mind.
did a great job. You did it. So if you want to get in on that extended cut, become a $5 patron at patreon.com/easyallies. And by becoming a patron, you also get an ad-free version of this podcast 2 days early. You get into our official Discord. You can take part in those top 10s and lots of crazy, wonderful conversations that are always happening on there with a bunch of lovely people. You can submit questions to Love and Respect, which we greatly appreciate. Get in there. And not only do we need your support, we need your questions. So get in there. I just said that.
You're doing great.
And if you really want to help us out, you can join one of our producer tiers. The first one starts at $25. Also, the $10 tier is for Community Showcase, and that's always a blast. Once a month, we show what you are working on, projects, art, all that kind of stuff, and we really love it. It's always really fun to see and hear what you're all doing. So $10 is that. It's really great. But $25, all our producers get their names added to the monthly podcast credits, which are read aloud by Brandon Jones, often hilariously mispronounced. Like my sister's name.
Really?
Yeah.
Love that.
And our platinum producers get a shout out on this podcast each and every week. This month's shout outs go. Okay, wait. So I'll say this month's shout outs go to, and then I'll say their names, and then you, since you're on the left, you have to
Shout
go
out.
Yeah, but not yet.
Like that?
Yeah.
Or shout out. Shout out. Shout. I haven't practiced
One of
it.
those, any of those.
Oh, God,
Pick one.
on the spot. Okay.
This month's shout outs go to Jabawabs, Elthanis, and Lizard Wizard 64.
shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out.
What's that game that you pronounce really fun?
Dispatch?
Dawn? Well, Dispatch, but then there was the other one.
Hunt Down?
Hunt Down, yeah. Now come join us for those Patreon exclusive questions. Patreon.com/easyallies. And now it is time for bets. We didn't write these down, I'm just realizing. This week's bet.
Yeah.
This week's bet, we can just, we'll just pick a number in our minds before anyone says them, and then we'll honor system, okay? This week's bet is, how many awards will the top award winner get at the Game Awards? I should type that in here. Awards will the top award winner get at the Game Awards? Also, it's very funny to me that people say the Game Awards, because that's the Game Awards. It's like ATM machine or pin number. Blood, are you still in chat? Are we supposed to get your bet? Whatever. And also, Sophia, who will get your point next week if you win?
This feels like I'm a little on the spot here. I want to beat the Nepo allegations.
Listen, Don is...
Who has the least points?
I'm on a massive
Me and
losing
Gabby.
streak. I should point out I'm on the longest losing streak of any of the contestants.
Okay,
If
Don
that
is
means
currently
if
tied
that means
for
anything
winning.
to you, I'm on the longest losing streak.
Don is...
I'm going to
on
give
the
my points to
longest
Damiani.
Okay, Damiani gets Sophia's points.
Man.
I think
Shout out
that's
to
good.
Damiani's and Damiani's cats that
Yeah.
are wonderful and exquisite creatures.
It's true. All right, so Damiani, everyone pick in your head once again. How many awards will the top award
it.
winner get at the Game Awards, Damiani?
Okay. I'm gonna go with 7.
Okay.
Bloodworth
Sophia.
also went with 7.
Okay. Sophia.
6.
Okay. I was actually gonna say 10. Don, how many did you say?
Oh,
There it is.
I can't read
4.
that. What does
It
that
says
say?
4.
4. Gabby is out, and Huber is out.
Wow.
Last week's bet. Marvel Cosmic Invasion came out last week. This week. Last week, we asked how many times would we see the terms Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, films, or movies in the top 10 reviews on OpenCritic. Sophia graciously went through and looked at all of those and tabulated it.
Yes.
Damiani said 3. Bloodworth said 7. I said 36. Don said 7. Gabby was out. And Huber said 11. What's happening? Oh. The way it broke down, Marvel. Oh wait, here, I'll do it this way. How should I do it? PC Gamer.
This is how many.
Yeah, no, I got it. I'm just trying to. What's the most dramatic?
I think that you don't have to go through each. But I mean, yeah, whatever.
People like to know.
Okay.
All right. PC Gamer had 0. IGN said MCU once and movies once, which means 2. Game Rant didn't say it at all. The Gamer said MCU twice. Games Radar said MCU twice. GameSpot didn't say any of them. Nintendo Life said movies once. DualShockers, Jimquisition, and 6-Axis said none of them any times. So, if you're keeping track, no Marvel Cinematic Universes, 5 MCUs, 0 films, and 2 movies, meaning 7, which is exactly what Blood said, and Blood's not here. So, we'll divide it.
What?
Yeah, we'll all get the things.
Well, Blood gets the point, but
Blood gets the point.
Wouldn't it be
the
who's
things.
closest?
We're getting the things.
No, Blood gets the point, but
Blood
we all
gets
get
the
to
point.
do the honors of the...
Congratulations,
Unless Blood, you could do a shout out and stuff, and we'll read your
Blood,
chat
yeah, are you in
comments.
chat? Oh, you are in chat.
The Blood is active in chat, so if you want to read those out, we can be your voice.
Yeah, Huber punished Sophia with doing that task. Blood, if you want to do your shout out and stuff, I'll read it for you if you post it in chat before we get there. Yes, so that brings the scores to Don punished Castellanos at 11.
Dispatch, I'm hanging in there.
Huber, Fancy Stars member, also has 11. Blood, the Wicked Worm, has 9. I, the Whimsical Scum, have 6. Damiani, the Arrogant Child, has 5. And Gabby, the Strange Valentine, has 4. Promotions. We played Marvel Cosmic Invasion on our group stream. Check that out. Kyle and Jones are here next week for the Game Awards. Next week, we are reacting to the Game Awards, which is at like 4-ish or whatever. And then the podcast will be after the Game Awards with Jones and Kyle and Damiani and Huber, but without me, because we will be going downtown. Thanks to Sophia for being a special guest and for guest producing this podcast, because at the last minute we were like, shit, no one did this.
You are very welcome.
Huber got sick.
You're welcome.
Do you want to plug anything? Where can they find you and whatever?
Sophia Harris on Blue Sky. Sophia with an F. Hariz is how I spell my last name. I'm also Swordfish Kiss on Instagram, and yeah, I talk about games. I was recently on the DLC podcast. I write for Gamer.no. I pop up here and there and a little bit everywhere. I don't know, and then yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah. I don't know. Is that awful sign off? I don't know. I wasn't prepped. I didn't have my notes. No notes this time.
No notes.
You had all the notes on this PC computer.
Yep. It's a Mac.
It's a Mac. This Mac. Anyways, and yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's a blast being here with everyone. Can I hint at something that's cool?
Yeah.
I have a thing coming out next week, most likely, for Gamer.no, and it's featuring someone that the audience of this podcast will be well aware of. So I'm excited for it. I'm not going to hint more than that, but it's an interesting thing that I think everyone would
Will you put
like.
an English one?
There will be an English version and a Norwegian version, so everyone can read. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's fun and spicy.
Fun and spicy.
Yeah. It's cool.
Are you finally launching that OnlyFans?
No.
Blood apparently will be on the Great Game Debate podcast soon.
Oh, nice.
So that counts as his shout out.
Love that.
Blood, do you have a final word? We're in the closing now. Blood, you get the honors. You get to shout out anything that's on your mind. You being on the Great Game Debate is that. You get a final word. And you get to sign off with your trademark sign off, but you ain't here. Go ahead and take that. Okay. Does anyone have a final word? I like to do the shout out or the
Peace and
trademark sign off.
love to all. I don't know. What do you?
Peace and love to all, baby.
That was nice.
Can't top that.
Peace and love and happiness. And can I? A little serious. I know that it's December and these sometimes aren't the funnest times for everyone. The holidays can be emotional and lonely and difficult, and just know that you're not alone. And hopefully you'll find peace and happiness in this time.
Well said.
Yeah.
I like that. Good night and good game.
Bye.
Keeley has breached containment.